For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up? It's that boy Coach Malachi Williams in the building. We back. New Media Today USA Boxing. We back. We are back. You know, hot. You know what they call it? It's what they say. Hot Boy Mondays. Hot Boy Mondays. I ain't no hot boy, man. So you know what I mean. I ain't no hot boys. Nigga, Hot Boy Mondays. You know what I mean? Yeah, it is what it is, man. We're gonna have the legendary Bill Haney on the show. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. It is what it is, man. Check it out, though, man. Let's give everybody. We're gonna wait till we get to 100. Once we get to 100, we're gonna give everybody a round of applause. Bill is gonna come on in about 15 more minutes. About 15 minutes, man. And we're gonna get right into the show. Get right into the questions. I have a lot of questions. Anybody want to send a question? You have to send a question with a $5 super chat. More than likely, I will not be paying that much attention to the chat. I like to focus on the person I'm interviewing. The only way to get my attention is when I'm interviewing is definitely a super chat. If you have a question that you want to submit or whatever the case may be. My channel is not a free smoke panel, so you won't see me cursing guests out, calling them out their names, threatening to pull up. I don't do that here. There's other channels that you can go to that you guys are very familiar with, where you can see guests get cursed out, threatened, and stuff like that. Over here at New Media Today USA Boxing, there will never be a guest, whether I agree with them or not, that will ever get cussed out, threatened, or anything like that on my show. You know what I mean? So if that's what you're looking for today, you might want to leave. This is not the show for you. Let's give everybody a round of applause. Now let's get into my open soliloquy. Then we're gonna break it down like a 57 Chevy. Now, exclusive interview. Bill Haney tells all. What really happened in Devin Haney versus Tank Davis sparring match? We do know that I did just see the press conference today with the Tank Davis undercard with Demetrius Andrade and stuff like that. You know, when I don't know who the hell this guy is that Boost is fighting. I never heard of this guy before. This guy named what's it, Karen? Somebody named Karen. So I don't know who that is. I don't know the opponents that, and then Andrade is fighting over there. So hopefully, I don't know if he has a contract with the PBC or he just fighting, paid to get on the fight card, because you can't pay to get on a card. You can't pay to get on someone's card. So, I don't know exactly what's going on with that, but we'll see how that work out. Hopefully, by Andrade being on that side of the street now, hopefully he can get those fights with the Jamal Charlos. I seriously doubt that, or the Benavidez's or the Caleb Plants. We'll see how that works out. Okay. I doubt that he'll be able to get all of those fights. Maybe he'll get one or whatever, but I don't know. We'll see, man. We understand how the politics, how this stuff goes, right? Now, Bill Haney is coming on the show today. He's going to clear up the confusion surrounding the infamous Devin Haney versus Tank Davis sparring match. As I sit down and speak with this one-on-one interview with Bill Haney, we'll get an opportunity to ask him some questions about the business of boxing, right? The actual business of boxing. What is his role in his son's career? And what is it like working with Bob Arum and Eddie Hearn? Because he worked with Bob Arum. He's working with Bob Arum now and Eddie Hearn. I want to know what is his working relationship is, what is his experiences and stuff like that. Very curious to know, because Bob Arum and Eddie Hearn don't really like each other. I have 20 questions on my ask Bill. 20 questions on my ask Bill. You see what I'm saying? So, and there's some good ones too. Also, what is his role in his son's career? We do know that he's the father, but what all of the things that he does for Devin Haney, that's really lightweight champion of the world. And what's the future for Dev regarding Teofimo Lopez, Vasily Lomachenko, and Shakur Stevenson? Leave your comments below. Shout out to Drew.
Hey, okay.
We're dropping that $2 bam super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy!
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy. Juice say this is on Munguia's, this is on Boot's 30th fight, Munguia Jr. But it seems like he working on it. He ain't fighting nobody. I'm just being real. I understand Boots is a killer. You know, he's supposed to be the best fighter in the history of boxing right now. But I'm like, the dude ain't fighting nobody, though. I'm just being honest with you. And they're saying that, well, everybody ducking him. Don't nobody want to fight him. Okay, well, you know, you said the same thing about Demetrius Andrade. Don't nobody want to fight him. Everybody ducking him. But you still call him. You still say he ain't fought nobody. Shit, he got just as many fights as Andrade. Damn near. You get what I'm saying? But we'll get on that another day. Let me go ahead and whoa. Shit. Almost, man. Let me do this. Sorry about that, guys. I almost spilled some of my water. I almost had a damn. Well, this here kind of scared me a little bit. Damn, hold on, guys. Hold on. Shit. Let me hit Bill up. Damn, boy, I thought, boy, something terrible almost happened. They had me not even want to drink any water right now. Shit. Let me hit Bill up, guys. Let me hit Bill up right quick. See if we get ready to get him on. Let me read some comments first. He said that PBC card is trash. All showcase fighters. Yeah. Shout out to my sister, Food Revolution. What's going on, sis? Shout out to my main man, Smith and West, Mike Jenkins, Bush the Can Man, Cassidy, Little Green Eyes P. Shout out to Major Key Boxing. Salute, fam. Major Key, what's going on, man? It is what it is. Let's get into the show. Man, I almost wasted one on my damn computer just then. Let's get into the show. Hold on. Let me hit Bill up. Let me hit him up right quick, guys, and let him know we ready. Hold on. Hold on, guys. All right. I just sent him a text. If he's out and about, then if he's out and about, I'm gonna just call him. Hey, shout out to Javier. What you say, fam? You say what up, coach? He said, yeah, what's going on, fam? Javier, what's going on, fam? Anna Lee, what's going on, sis? Yeah, Major Key Boxing in the building. Major Key in the building. Swift 718, what's happening? Yeah, man, I got a chance to look at the press conference today, man. It was a very, very dead press conference. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of these press conferences are dead, though. There's really no excitement in these press conferences. Unless, you gotta have like the right personalities. And this is the thing, like a lot of people don't even know who any of these fighters are. Outside of, a lot of people don't even know who these fighters are, man. Because again, some of these fighters, they're not household names. And then this is another thing too, right? I was looking at this tweet that Errol Spence had put out there talking about Frank Martin and who is he fighting? Frank Martin is fighting I forgot that dude's name he's fighting. Michelle Rivera. He's fighting Michelle Rivera. And he put a tweet out saying he doesn't understand why people are not talking about their fight. And I'm like, well, people, the question he need to be asking is why you, Errol Spence, you are Frank Martin's promoter. You're the promoter, right? Big Fish, you're the promoter, right? Why are you doing a terrible job at promoting him? How can you expect someone to talk about your fighter when you're not even talking about your fighter? You're not even promoting them. People don't even know that your fighter is fighting because you, as a promoter, is doing a terrible goddamn job. So you're going to tell, why ain't nobody talking about Frank Martin? Because you ain't talking about Frank Martin. True. Yeah, man. Hey, shout out to Drew. Hey, okay. Dropping that $2, bam, super chat on your boy. Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Yeah. Playtime's over, boy. Yeah. No, you're right about that. He say low budget press and fighters had no charisma. Nah, it ain't none of that. Ain't nobody got no charisma, no swag. Just, we just gonna sit here. Bro, it was terrible. Even the people who was asking, even the reporters who was asking the questions, it was a lot of space in between. The fighters had to wait until someone, okay, hold on. All right, hold on, guys, hold on. Let me do this. Hold on. Bill want me to send it. He want me to send it to his email. Send it to his email. Hold on, guys. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? I'm like, man, personality, man. God damn. These dudes ain't got no personality, bro. Like none. I mean, listen, watching some of these dudes are like watching, you know what I mean? And that's most of these fighters. Most of them. Most of the fighters are like that, bro. You sitting there watching these fighters, man. It's like watching paint dry on the wall. You know what I mean? Like, God damn, man, you just gonna sit there like they act like they don't want to be there. They don't want to be. You don't ask them no questions, and then you wonder why when you walk down the street in your neighborhood, ain't nobody stopping to talk to you. You get what I'm saying? True. Hold on, guys. I gotta send this link out, dog. Hold on, guys. Yeah, man. They act like they don't know. They don't understand why. Man, ain't nobody talking about me. Talk about you for what, nigga? You ain't saying you ain't nobody. You ain't saying nothing. You ain't saying nothing. You around here looking crazy. Yeah, man. You ain't saying nothing. You around here looking crazy. Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. I'm sending the link to Bill. I sent it to his phone, but I want me to send it to his email. Hold on. Hell, man, these dudes around here, man. And then the dudes who be capping online for you, they ain't buying nothing any goddamn way. So it's like, shh, niggas ain't buying nothing, man. They niggas just be talking, man. You know what I noticed? I think a lot of these dudes, what I noticed, guys, a lot of these dudes, they argue for the sake of arguing. Some people just love to argue. Some people they just love to argue and fight. That's their comfort food. But they like to be miserable. They like to complain. They like to you get what I'm saying? Like some people, their comfort is their misery. That's their comfort food. That's what they feed off of every day. You get what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, and then when it comes to some of these fighters, it's like, damn, dog, yeah, man, ain't nobody talking about my fighter. Cause nigga, you ain't talking about your fight. Shit, you ain't talking about your fight. Hey, shout out to Boston Wade. Salute to Boston Wade, man.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that, bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat.
Shout out to Boston Wade, man. Salute to you, brother.
Playtime's over, boy.
Boston Wade, this is one of the channels I do rock with. I do watch that brother, man. Very professional. He's a very professional dude. He ain't caught up on the chitlin circuit, so he don't get caught up on the he don't get Boston Wade. He don't get caught up on the crazy stuff. So you get what I'm saying? I appreciate that, Boston Wade. Y'all please check the brother out. He been in the game for a minute too, man. One of the vets. He one of the vets in this thing. Shout out to my brother Retro Boston, the documentaries. I just sent Bill the link via email. So I hope I think that's a good thing because he'll probably be home and just give us an interview at home. We have a really good connection. Yeah, man. Boston Wade has a really good channel. He has a really good channel. Real good brother, real good spirit as well. He ain't fight. He don't talk shit like me. He talking shit, snap me, but he a real level-headed brother, man. I really appreciate people like him. Shout out to Damian Bennett. Damian Bennett, what's going on, fam? Hey, we gotta get the lights up, man. It's gonna be a lot of people in here today. I can damn near tell you that. It's gonna be a lot of people in here today. Bill gonna be on. He look like he look like he gonna be coming with it. I got some questions, boy. I got some damn good questions. I took my time with some of these questions. I got some damn good questions. You get what I'm saying? Again, if you're new to my channel is not a free smoke platform. I'm not here to push your agenda. Anybody who has a dislike with anyone that a guest that's on my platform, how you feel about that individual is how you feel. It has nothing to do with me. I don't curse guests out. I don't talk about drop the addy. I don't talk about pulling up. I don't call guests bitch ass niggas. And when I see you, I'm gonna do this and that. We don't do that over here. Now there are channels that you can go to where you can get that. Quite a few on free smoke channels. You know who they are. I ain't got to mention their names. But over here, we don't do that. So if you're coming over here for that today, guess what? You might want to leave. You might want to leave, unsubscribe, and don't come. And don't come over here because I did this. This is not what we do over here. You know what I mean? When it comes to doing interviews, we ask some real serious questions. I be trying to get to the bottom of stuff. You know what I mean? I be trying to get to the bottom of stuff. Shout out to my main man, Magic Keep Bossing. He said, "Don't let him get away with the Wayne Jerry curls." I was talking about the Wayne Jerry curls. Okay, all right. Shout out to Dr. Paul. Shout out to Boss of Conversations. Yeah, man, Reggie Owens. Yeah, man, but that's what I'm saying though, right? So again, I feel Errol Spence, but dude, who you man down promotions, right? You got to promote. Every fighter got their own promotion of the company. It really don't mean nothing, but they got their own promotion of the company. For tax purposes and stuff like that, but they don't put their money up for their fights. They have to partner up with other people. So my thing is, if you are the promoter, then you should be. Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Bill, what's going on, brother? Bill. Yes, sir. Okay. Okay, no problem, no problem. Just tune in when you can. All right. Yeah, that was Bill. Yeah, man. Hold on, Mr. Super Chat. Mr. Super Chat. All right. Sorry about that guy. That was Bill. Shout out to Charles.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that $2. Bam, Super Chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super Chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Yeah, salute to you, Charles. What to say, fam? Charles Stevens. You say salute, coach. Your show is the best time of the day. Hey, man, you know what I mean? We've been running like this here, man. We've been running like we've been going live since April last year. April 2001. I've been going live. I think I've been doing live shows probably since April, somewhere around that time. You know what I mean? So, I just picked the time and just rolled out with it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But we're gonna be a lot more active next year. I'm looking forward to 2023. A lot more active next year. I'm gonna be going to quite a few fights next year. Hold on, guys. Yeah, going to quite a few fights next year. You know what I mean? So I'm really looking forward to 2023, man. And we have sponsors now as well. All of that's going to kick in next year. Shout out to Swift 718.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super Chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Yeah, we have sponsors now. He say seems like top rank knows Devin has one fight left with them. Is trying to use Shakur as a mercenary to get the belts back in their grasp because they believe Shakur is tougher than Lomachenko. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what to look. I don't know. I can't look too much into it. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to Timothy Stoudemire. Timothy, what's going on, fam? Salute to my main man, True Grit of 402. True Grit, what's going on, brother? I'll be in Omaha. I'll be in Omaha this weekend. So yes, sir, we'll be in Omaha. I see that they have 1,455 tickets left in the Terrence Crawford fight. So that means they sold 16,000 tickets so far. The venue holds 17,500. So we'll see. Shout out to Southpaw Killer.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super Chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Southpaw Killer say, I've been with you from the beginning, coach, and I'm proud of you. He said, keep improving. YouTube boxing, brother. Yes, sir. Salute to you, fam. Shout out to Southpaw Killer, man. Salute to you, fam. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is what it is, man. We're gonna get it cracking. Let's get them likes up, man. I'm still waiting on Bill. He gonna come on right now. He had to he had to do some update with his computer. Shout out to Mr. LDBC.
Hey, okay.
Not officially for dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super Chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
What to say, fam? He say, coach, the LDBC want to unify. he said, coach and the LDBC want to unify. Yeah. All right. Shout out to Major Key Boxing.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super Chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Major Key, what to say, fam? He said, don't let them get away with the indoctrination of Jerry Curl activation. Oh, he's a spin artist. Hey, man. I'm just here to ask the questions. That's all I'm here to do. Ask the questions. I have 20 questions, so we'll see. We'll see how the interview goes. You get what I'm saying? See how the interview goes. Who else we got? Anna Lee, what's going on, sis? Shout out to my sister Food Revolution as well. So this is the thing, right? So I sit back and I looked at everything. Oh, here we go. Once again, it's on my main man. We got the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. Father is on the show right now. I call him Dollar Bill. A lot of y'all, some of you love him, some of you hate him. Don't make me know, never mind. Other than that, let's give our brother a round of applause. Bill Haney.
Hey, man. Thank you, everybody. Let me put some light on it.
Yeah, man. You Gucci, man. You Gucci. Bill, what's good, man? What's good? How you feeling, brother?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Blessed by the best, praying for the rest, sir. You know what I mean? Everything is good.
Yeah, man. I'm glad you took the time out of your busy day, man, to come on. You told me you was gonna pull up. I really appreciate that, fam. You didn't have to, but I really appreciate that. Really
Well,
appreciate
we got a lot of things going on in the world, so as a family, we're going through some things that's
Yeah.
non-boxing related. So everybody just keep us in your prayers. We appreciate you. But for this moment, thank you for having me on the platform. Thank you for everybody in the chat and this boxing thing that I love and that we all love. You know what I mean? Kind of takes me away sometimes from the problems of the world. So, and I hope that it does the same for others.
Yes, sir. Bill, I'm gonna get right into it. Hold on, Bill. Somebody else sent the super chat. Shout out to Drew.
Hey, okay.
Drop another half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Okay.
Boy.
Drew say real. He said, yeah, Bill Haney in the building, real Bay Area boss, town business. You know what I mean? The only father in boxing, who was paid before his son got the belt and don't take his son shine.
Hey, listen. I've been blessed that I've not had my hand out. You know what I'm saying? But I have to be very truthful. This is the best time that we're having of our lives. Alhamdulillah, that Devin is the undisputed king of the lightweight division, and my belief that he's the best pound for pound fighter in boxing right now.
Okay, all right. But Bill, that has yet to been. Well, you say that's your belief, but that has yet to been proven. They gotta, I got a motto over here, man. The top guys got to fight each other in order to clear all doubt. You old school, I'm old school, but that's my position.
See, the thing is, we only can talk from each other's perspective and what we actually get a chance to see. And if you got a chance to see what I see both inside the ring and outside the ring, when it comes to the actual business of making the fights, then you would probably feel as confident as I feel about Devin's position. So, but definitely you get it straight down the middle in terms of how you feel, and you don't never waver from your belief. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I like to just come on here on the show and you know what I'm saying, and touch the people.
Yeah, okay. Well, Bill, listen. Thank you so much, brother. Let's get into the interview. So, Bill, for people who don't know, I don't want to assume that everybody that's in this chat who may see this video later on down the line know who you are. So, for those who don't know, give people a little bit of background about yourself.
Well, the thing that I'm doing now, you know what I'm saying, is not only working with my son, who I keep saying is the best fighter in the world, pound for pound, undisputed, WBC, WBO, IBF, ring, WBA, and all those good things. But I'm also a dedicated father to a 12-year-old and an 8-year-old. And I'm also a very committed partner to my older son that's 32 that has my grandbaby that's 3. So we got a lot going on in the Haney clan, and you know what I'm saying. So anytime I get a chance to shed any light about something that I'm happy about or something that I'm doing, anybody that knows me or follow me, they know it's family on top of family. So yeah.
Yes, sir. So how did you get your son into boxing?
Well, my son has a cliche saying that I don't know if you hear it, if you've heard it ever often before, but he says that boxing found him. He didn't find boxing. And he started out having what was being described as a temper, short fuse. They said that he had ADD, an attention deficit disorder, because he wasn't focused on the things that they were giving him. And what I did was I said, well, maybe he doesn't like it. You know what I mean? Maybe his passion is something that's non-traditional, or something that's not traditionally found in the schools that we go to. You know what I mean? A boxing program, very few schools, if any, have a boxing program. So what he was talented, his talent wasn't found inside the school system, although they were having pits back and forth to what we should do and how we should approach it. I decided to take him to the gym as a form of not only discipline, but also a form to just, see where you at, see if this is something that you really like. He took me up on my offer, and when he went to the gym, he was considered a natural. Derek Harmon, a good friend of ours who works really close with Bob Arum. If you ever see the guy,
Derek Harmon,
guy that's with Bob Arum, right? All the time. Everybody thinks that this guy is just a guy standing around, but the guy know how to fight really good. He's a former fighter who fought Roy Jones and happened to be the first coach that we walked in when we walked into the boxing gym. He was there. I went to the boxing gym, like I said. I wanted nothing more because Devin is an extremely athletic kid. I wanted him to see if he was really like that, coming from Oakland and moving to Las Vegas. You know, we thought that the hardest place in the world was Oakland, and that Las Vegas, you know, that you weren't going to be fighting, you weren't going to be doing none of that. So when he came back home from school and we had the parent-teacher conference and all of those things, I decided that that I would take him to the gym. Derek Harmon described.
At what age? At what age?
At 8.
8, okay.
Around 7 or 8 years old. You know what I mean? You know, and it's that age where kids are supposed to be playing in the rooms, you know, like in the back room playing, and here, boom, 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 and it's Devin, and it's with big guys, little guys, small guys. He's always fighting, and he's not, and he's whichever way it goes. You know what I'm saying? You know, whether it's him and a 12-year-old or it's him and a 7-year-old. You know what I'm saying? He looked at it the same way.
All right. Shout out to Jamario. He said that if Devin beats Loma in his next match, he said, will Devin move up to 140 or will he continue to defend his titles at 135?
Should I talk about that, or should I continue with the story and then come back?
No, yeah. You can continue with the story and come back because that's one of the questions I was going to ask anyways. But yeah.
Absolutely. You see Erica. Say hi, Erica. Erica,
Hi.
This is Erica.
Hey, how you doing, Erica? How you doing?
Erica,
¿Cómo tú andas?
Yeah.
¿Ella le habla español?
He spoke.
Sí,
Sí. Es un placer conocerlo, señora.
Gracias, igualmente.
Sí, gracias. De nada. Right.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Bill. Sorry about that.
Yeah. So because this is the point that I want to make sure that it's not overshadowed, that what our story is, I hope that it resonates with someone else that has a kid that's being misdescribed. I mean, the kid could be at school today, or the kid can be in juvenile hall. You know what I mean? I almost listened to what the people, you know what I mean, the professionals were saying, and was thinking about taking and letting him get checked out, or you know what I mean, having these conferences and these talks and all this other stuff, when sometimes these kings and queens are talented and they're built for the game. Like boxing found Devin. That very first day we went in there, Derek Harmon said, after sparring, because we come in and I look and I say to the coach and stuff, I said, you know, this is my kid, you know, he wants to move around and see what boxing is like and see if it's the kind of sport for him. There was another kid there who was in there, and he was a kid that grew up doing karate, and he was working on his stand-up game, you know, and he was probably about 9 or 10. And Devin got in there and put hands on him, vicious.
Okay.
On the very first day. On the very first day. So when I say that what he is, he's something special. He's a natural. He was born to do this. And when you talk about what his ultimate goals are, his ultimate goals that he's spoken to me, that he works so hard because he wants to be mentioned with the greatest of the game, and if not go down as one of the greatest of the game. So that's where you see our relentless pursuit towards these fighters that are, for all intent and purposes, like I say, good fighters. You wouldn't go after them if they're not good fighters to show the greatness within you. So with everybody that they pick, you know what I'm saying? Now, you know, segueing into the Lomachenko fight, this is something that ultimately everyone said that we weren't going to face. You hear that Lomachenko says openly that Devin has everything that's his dream, that he wants to have, right? Along the way, whether it be number 10 to number one, everyone had never gave Devin his shot, you know, and we said, you know, it ain't right. Those that watch boxing said that it wasn't right. So we felt that being in the position that we have everything, you know, to redefine and change the narrative, that we make ourselves available to all the top fighters in the best fight in the world, and whoever that fighter is.
It's amazing you said that, Bill. Let me read this super chat right quick to you. I think this is for you. He said, "Shout out to Bill Haney." This is from the one and only. Say, "Shout out to Bill Haney and all the real full-time dads and fathers out there. Major props."
Absolutely. You know what? And I'm going to. I have a couple of good men, you know, and good women, and we're talking about pulling together and coming with some kind of platform where we can kind of, you know, not only celebrate those that have done it, but also celebrate those that are working every day at it. You know what I mean? Because sometimes, you know, they don't, you know, a person and a father and a son, or a father and a daughter will think that because they're being challenged, that they're not going in the right direction.
Okay.
We're here to tell you, you know what I mean, that's what makes you the team is going through it, you know, together, getting through it. And that's whatever narrative that they create. I have a slogan with my kids is that the parent is not going to beat me out in the parking lot supporting me. You got to go in there and beat the kid out inside the classroom. You know what I mean? So as much as they dedicate themselves to be number one and their respective sports and in the classroom, I dedicate myself to be the best parent and be the best support and the best partner to each and one of them. You know what I mean? So you know, that's just my little hang up, you know.
Okay, so shout out to Old Dirty Boxing. He said, "Are there any plans to get Devin a fight in the Middle East? If so, who do you envision would make a great opponent for Devin out there?" I guess he's talking about later on down the line. I don't know. But
well, I mean, that's a good question, because we love and we look forward to going to the Middle East and fighting, you know, whoever that fighter may be. But it's definitely something that we have in the plans. You know, whether it be the next fight or the near future, you know, that's something that part of the game, you know, I leave up to Devin, you know, and his partners in Top Rank, ESPN, however way that they want to roll it out, you know, the venue and the date and all that other stuff.
yes, sir. So shout out to Swat Jones. He said, had to support Coach Maul. He said, Mr. Haney legacy is bigger than boxing. Man, he also made me strive to go all out on being a dad, honor and respect. Bill. They're showing some love. Bill. They're showing some love, man. They're showing some love.
That's what means the most. You know what I'm saying? I got two other kids in here in the house with me. You know what I'm saying? And they're inspired and motivated by their brother, but they also need to be supported, educated, and continually encouraged. You know what I'm saying? So yesterday we were at the W Hotel.
Yes, sir.
I mean, not the W, the M Hotel.
Uh-huh.
And someone came up to me and they said, "Man, you did a wonderful job with, Devin and stuff like that." And my son Sean, he was sitting off to the side, and then he said some other pleasantries, and then so I looked back over to Sean and I said, "All right, come on and go." And he was tying his shoe, and then the guy said to Sean, he says, "Hey, you're Sean, you're Devin's brother. You're the tennis player, right?" And you know, my son is 12. He loved it. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's a family. It's a family affair with me. I told you, it's family on top of family on top of family.
So, Bill, what are some of the physical and mental sacrifices that Devin had to make on his road to becoming the undisputed lightweight champion of the world?
The mental sacrifices that he had to make?
Yeah, the physical as well as the mental. I mean,
both physically and mentally. You know, us as parents and us, a support team that Devin has, at each level, we try to encourage and put a goal on the table that was bigger than the one that he had just achieved, and him getting the chance to grow up in a city like Las Vegas, where Floyd Mayweather, the biggest athlete, he lives here. So everything that Floyd showed Devin and talked to Devin, and Devin got a chance to see, it made it attainable. we're coming from Oakland. We had Andre Ward, but Devin didn't have the relationship with Andre Ward. So we had the story, we had the relationship, but Floyd and the Mayweathers actually embraced us and gave us the education. And through Floyd constantly talking to the media, constantly talking to young guys, gave us a sense of what a blueprint or a green print was. But ultimately, it has to be Devin's footprint and Devin's legacy. So within Floyd showing us it being attainable, Devin has gone out and committed himself to his doing it his way, the Devin Haney way.
So working with Floyd Mayweather, did you know? Because I know you worked with Floyd Senior and Junior. Did that give Devin any kind of mental edge, or did it make him boost his confidence up a little bit more? You said he was very passionate at 7 and 8 years old, but once you made that connection with the Mayweathers, how did that take his confidence to another level from a boxing standpoint, in your opinion?
Well, anytime that you get a chance to go to work, you're working out, and then you come in and see a guy that you're looking up to, and he has all the bells and all the whistles he's not only dedicated to the sport, but he has all of the things the prizes that you get when you are dedicated. He had the story and the glory, and that's what Floyd Mayweather Jr. represents. The dad has the story, you know what I mean, and it's a hard luck story, right? As Devin's dad has the story. It's a hard luck story. But when you talk about Floyd Mayweather Jr., he has the story and he has the glory. So Devin got a chance. Devin got a chance to have a dad and me to say, your dad is going to always be somebody that you're going to look up to. But also, let me take you out. Look out in the world, Dad. It's okay. Look out in the world. You know what I mean? And see that guy that fits your thing. You know what I mean? And through that, okay, I got to win like this. I got to do this. I got to do that. And to be better than the guy that I'm looking at, I need to do this and I need to do that. So fortunately, it's like if you're a basketball player and you grow up with LeBron James, or you grow up with Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Because Floyd is TBE, no doubt about it. You talk about Ali. Ali's the greatest. You know what I mean? And now Devin is looking for what that Devin is. Devin is not TBE. He's not the greatest. And in time, what that Devin Haney is will come out. You know what I'm saying? So he's 24 years old. He's completely dedicated to the sport. He's not just sitting on the fact that he has all the belts, but he's coming back and doing the fight that everybody wanted to see. The big fight between, that tough Ukrainian, who's a 3-division world champ, 2 Olympic medal having, being equated to by Hall of Fame promoter Bob Arum himself as being something that he's never signed, a talent that he has never signed before, and he's had some of the best. Somebody in Lomachenko that he equates to Muhammad Ali himself.
Yeah. But he thinks very highly of Lomachenko.
Extremely highly. And a Hall of Fame promoter as in Bob Arum, we have to respect his opinion like we respect everyone else's in the chat. You know what I mean? As just being an opinion. But Lomachenko being number one throughout all the sanctioning bodies, the only other champion being Gervonta Davis, who through the WBA is the WBA regular champ. You have the WBA who came out and said that they were and wanted to do only one belt. They want to do one belt.
That's what the WBA said.
That's what WBA said. When the WBA then talked to Gervonta Davis about making the fight happen with Devin Haney and him, he chose to do something else.
Yeah, you're going right. This is a question I was going to ask you next. Let me get these super chats out of the way, Bill.
Hold on.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna get the super chats out the way. Then I'm gonna get into my question, and I got a lot of questions.
Let me just take this call and just get
okay
and do all that. But I'm still here. I'm just stepped off the side.
All right, shout out to the one and only.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
The one that only said Bill and Boyd Crawford out here trying for Father of the Year, family over everything. Yeah, some people, you know. Yeah. I salute to you, the one and only. Salute to you, fam. Shout out to Dano.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, "What up, Coach?" And Bill Haney. He said, "I know you're not overlooking Loma, but are you considering an instant title shot when y'all move up?" Yeah, I asked him that. I make sure I asked him that. I got to get my questions out there too. So for sure. Yeah, man, y'all, let's get the lights up, man. We got over how many people we got? Man, we got over 600 people in here, man, and less than 300 likes. This is unacceptable, people. And that's what Blue Blood say. This is unacceptable. Yeah, this is unacceptable, man. God damn, boy. Oh, Lord have mercy. And I knew we was gonna have about 600-700 people in here, so I already knew that. But boy, we got this many people in here. We don't even have 50% of the likes of the people that's watching in here. Oh man, let me go ahead and get to my questions, man. Boy, this don't make no damn sense. Shout out to Drummer for Life. He say salute the coach for always bringing the heat. Yes, sir. Shout out to Drummer for Life, man. Salute to you, fam.
Hey, okay.
Let's see. We got another question. Yeah, I got this one right here. And we got my sister. Man. Shout out to my sister Bless. Shout out to Bless 365. Thank you so much, sis, for the super chat. Salute, sis. Bill is on the phone right now. We're gonna wait on Bill to finish the phone call. Sis, yeah. You know what I mean? So yeah, so I gotta listen. Some of the things you guys want to ask him, I'm already probably gonna ask him. I'm ahead of the curve. I have 20 questions. I only asked 3 so far. So I have 17 more questions. So I gotta bang these questions out. I gotta get these questions out the way, man. So I might not be looking at no super chats for a little bit. They know this question is for what you say. You say what up? You say what up, Coach and Bill Haney. Okay. Bill, this super chat right here is going to be for you when you get back.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, this super chat right here he said, I know you're not overlooking Loma, but are you considering an instant title shot when you do decide to move up?
Man, I listen. I'm not overlooking Loma by any stretch of the imagination, right? What I know Devin to be doing with Bob, with the lawyers, Devin's lawyer, Bob's lawyers, top-ranked lawyers, is negotiating a fight. So I'm saying that it's going to be a hell of a fight. I'm not necessarily predicting what Devin is going to do after because, you know, Loma is a hell of a guy. He's a hell of a fighter. You know, a lot of people are writing him off when they shouldn't write him off just because who he is and what he's bringing to the table. And until you beat him, you know, you can say everything. But you know, you have to go in there and beat him.
All right, listen, shout out to Bless 365. She said, Trill Bill in the building, Bay Area. Yeah, she from the Bay too, man. So, you know, you got a lot of love in the Bay. Hey, Bill, let's get into it, man. Now, you were just talking about Tank Davis. I want to ask you a Tank Davis question. Tank Davis is the WBC regular champion, right? Explain to us how the WBC champion works, such as can Tank force a fight with Devin Haney by him having the regular belt and Tank having the super belt? Explain that to me.
Absolutely. You know, you cannot make Tank stay being a regular champion or being an interim champion or being an intercontinental champion. If Mr. Tank Davis wants to be the super champion, that's what Mr. Tank Davis is going to do along with his team. You know what I mean? They've been a super champion before. So
I said WBC. I meant WBA. Sorry about that.
I know.
Yeah.
So they know what it means. You know what I mean? And also, we know what it means to grab a franchise tag with the WBC and say that we're off limits to Lomachenko, right? To say that we're going to make a different fight or a bigger fight. I think that Devin has done a great job and letting the people know that he's confident enough that he's not choosing those routes to go, but those routes are open for some fighters, right? Because in the rule book, so the guys be moving around the rules and doing what they do. We just kind of let the people know that, you know, Devin is a throwback fighter. And in order to be mentioned with those names of the greats, you got to kind of move like them. And that's why I was going back to saying with the Floyds, the Sugar Ray Leonards and all those guys. But you can't actually, you know what I mean, work your business and then work somebody else's business. It'll be too hard.
No, I understand what you're saying. It's going to be up to basically saying it's up to Tank to decide whether he want to take that route or not. If he don't take that route, then that means he chose not to do it, and you can't make him do something that he don't want to do. That's going to be something that they have to choose to do. That's pretty much what you're saying.
Yes, sir.
All right. So Adrian Broner, AB, AOAB. Now,
Good brother. AB, about billions, about time, about money, about all the good shit. You know what I'm saying? But
hey, hold on. Let me get.
No. It's about time that somebody called AB on some of that weird shit he do sometimes. You know what I mean? Because he do some weird shit. Now, we do have to admit, I love him to death.
Okay.
I love my brother. Listen, I love him to death. We've been knowing. If you look at the pictures and all the shit, I never expected in a million years he was going to come back and tell the people the weird shit he did on that night when he jumped inside the ring. Because when he jumped inside the ring, I jumped inside the ring and said, AB, if you don't get your weird ass up out of here with that, don't start that weird shit like you don't know what's going on. Because sometimes AB be 100% with us, and then sometimes he don't. I love the AB to be with us. That look over and say, AB, you better get him, or AB, that was a shot. That's when you communicate. You know what I'm saying? But when the show is going on and everybody and the money and everybody, we don't need nobody to jump out and do no weird shit. And see, the only people that understand that is the real ones that know when the real shit pop if somebody do some weird shit.
So I'm pretty sure you did see the interview that AB did with Blue Blood Sports TV, right? That's what you're.
Right. No, it comes back to some more weird shit because he's never said nothing, but then he came back and he said, I jumped in it and Dev was out on his feet and I ain't gonna let no youngster do that. Well, why'd you let it continue? And why would you let people, if you were gambler, why would you lose money and let the guys lose money and everybody else lose money when you done jumped in on some weird shit? That wasn't the bet. That wasn't the bet. And listen, let me tell you, it didn't happen. He jumped in and Dev wasn't hurt. Ain't nothing happened. Dev wasn't wobbled. He wasn't stumbled. He wasn't none of that shit. Because guess what? You would have heard this shit before now. But let me tell you, the story of him and Tank and their relationship, everybody understand that. You know what I mean? Of course you're going to speak up for your little brother.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Of course that you're going to say something, but you say everything else, but let's fight. We ain't got to keep talking about no fucking sparring and all that shit. I won the money. I reinvest the money. I mean, you want me to turn the camera around and see what I bought with the sparring?
No, that's not important.
That don't make no difference then. That don't just don't make
yeah.
We talk about the money, we talk about the biggest fight, but we never talk about the money that I went on sparring because that don't mean shit, huh?
No. The money do mean something because you won.
So Floyd said he took his money and he flipped it, he quadrupled it, he bought a skyscraper, he bought all the shit. Didn't he say that? He made smart investments, right?
He made smart investments, yeah. Yeah, Floyd say that.
Me too.
All right. Hey, shout out to Jamario. Jamario said when Devin deal is over with Top Rank, he said will Devin continue to take short-term deals to give us the big fights, or do you guys plan on doing something long-term?
I mean,
are you not at liberty to speak on that right now?
We've never done a long-term deal with anything but ourselves.
Okay.
We've never done a long-term deal ever in his whole career.
Shout out to Bless 365. She said, let them know, Trill Bill. Okay.
But let me tell you why. So you don't go in there, people don't go in there harassing them people in the meetings and the executives and bothering them and all that shit and talk about that you don't want to do no long-term deal. If you got a long-term plan that you want them to invest in and you want them to spend some long-term money, then you're going to have a long-term deal. If it's a short-term plan that you have and it coincides with the plan that they have, then you know what I'm saying? By all means, it's going to be good for everybody. But by no means does Devin cut deals that are not good for both parties. What you have in Devin is you have a what we call a clean-cut career, both inside and outside the ring, meaning there are no times wherever you type in and say he's upset about the business that he's done or the business that he's in. He never complains about the promoters. Well, he's a promoter, and that's where you see. So you never hear him complaining about his partner, right? And whether it be Eddie Hearn, whether it be Bob Arum, whether it be Steven Espinosa and Showtime, he's worked with all of them, right? And he never complains because that's what we call a clean-cut career. You know, no lawsuits, none of that. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, a lot of times, when you sign those deals and going into it as manager, father, son, trainer, boxer, or whatever, you got to be 100% real with yourself of what you sign and what you expect out of the people and what they're doing, and just keep it 100. You know what I mean? But don't go into a deal, signing a deal, and you wanting to sign to get out. You know, you really knowing, okay, I'm going to get out, or I'm going to restructure this, or I'm going to, you know, as soon as I do this, I'm going to do that. You know, just be 100% honest with yourself.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that. Explain the dynamics of that, because you have fighters who say they have their own promotional companies, right? But I also heard Floyd Mayweather say, well, it's cool for a fighter to have his own promotional company and have his logo on the back of a banner. But if you're not putting the money up to pay for your own fights, he said, what the hell does that mean? He said something of that sort. I'm paraphrasing. So explain to me without giving up too much information, because I know, you know, I'm not trying to get you to spill your business, but can you word it in a way to where the people in the chat can understand Devin Haney's situation? He has his own promotional company. You know, but he's in partnership with Top Rank, and I don't know who else he could be in partnership with. How does that work out? You know, does Devin just sit back and don't do anything and let Bob lead, or how does that? How explain that dynamic to me, because I really don't know.
What kind of audience do you have? I mean, because I don't know if they want to hear if they can handle it. You know what I'm saying? Like, do I have to dummy it down? Just say it. You know, you don't have to dumb nothing down. Just say it, man, and break it down, you know, as thoroughly as you possibly can, and we can move on. Okay, it's like anything. It's like a big mall. You know what I mean? And you go to the mall and everyone has a lot of the same stuff, but you're going to go to the place that you can get the best deal. You know what I mean? The best deal on the best product, you know? Devin, the product that Devin is and what he brings to the table versus, you know, Tank is a good product. Devin is a good product. Shakur, they're all great products, right? Mm-hmm. If Top Rank has helped build the product from the beginning, then they have a different interest and a different say-so. Versus if you come to them like us, when we came to them, the product was already built. So the demand and the money that we get is different than the money that someone else would get. So it's kind of hard. You have a promotional company. I get it. You're actually the fighter that signs to the other company, but then you have a promotional company for other fighters, but you're a fighter that's actually signed to somebody. It's a different dynamic with Dev. Dev has a promotional company that he signed to, that he owns. He owns his company. He has other fighters that sign to his company, and his company does a deal, a partnership with Top Rank to put on Devin. Okay, so let me get this super chat out the way. Mr. LDBC, he said AB called for a stoppage. Give me my money, I won. Okay. Hey, shout out to Mr. LDBC. Thank you, brother, for the super chat. Bill, so just for the record, AB's recollection that Devin Haney was out on his feet, meaning got knocked out and just on his feet, and he had to jump in the ring and save Devin from getting killed or whatever, hurt by Tank Davis, because he didn't want the young kid getting hurt. Even though money was on the line. So did Adrian Broner bet any money on this fight without you saying how much, or you're not at liberty to say so? No. And I'm gonna tell you why. No, Adrian Broner didn't bet any money on it. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is he didn't jump in there and save Javante after Devin got through whipping his ass out and making him stop. You know what I'm saying? The shit is weird. The shit is weird. The shit is so weird to say. and even weirder that for somebody to try to justify that that's cool to do. You came with the guy. You know what I'm saying? You left with the guy. What are you doing, man? If you don't get the fuck out of this ring, what are you doing, brother? You are out of pocket in so many different ways. And people want to say that you're going to go someplace with me or you're going to go someplace with you, coach, right? I get in the ring, right? You got me in the ring, you put the mouthpiece, you put on the shit, and I'm in there and I'm getting down, right? And then you're going to let somebody jump in the ring from their team? Are you really going to let that happen, coach?
No, not when you got money on the line.
But you watching your man, right? That's your guy. You brought your guy, right?
Yeah.
You taking care of your guy, right? You look up and somebody that jumped in the ring. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing?
I mean, that did sound kind of strange to me. I'm like, I wanted to know, did he have any money better than it?
So many levels to say, and these youngsters, they doing it. They doing too much in folks' business and doing too much. That's why shit is happening. You know, people are saying that that you go with them and you protect it. So if he went with you, what are you protecting Gervonta? Huh? Why would you go ahead and let him knock him on out, get the money and go home? Why would you stop it and then let Gervonta just get whipped on until he stops and lose the money?
So you won the bet. It was to clarify the record. They had how many sparring matches did they have? 1 or 2?
The second sparring match was Doghouse Rules. The first sparring, which was Dev was 16 years old. The first sparring match was when he was 14. I took him up to Upton to Gervonta Davis to see, you know what I mean, that mighty guy up there in Baltimore that's representing that Upton gym that was knocking everybody out, putting in that work that he put in. Everybody else scared to go up there. I took my boy up there. He was 14 years old to show him and for him to meet Mr. Davis because we knew who he was. We wasn't playing. And guess what? He didn't stop him. It wasn't no stopping. They worked, and it was good work. Calvin Ford said it was good work, and that's what it is. Floyd and them started that the
Doghouse.
Talking in the car. No, when we were talking in the car, Floyd matched the shit up. He said, "B, what y'all know about Tank?" I mean, what y'all know about Tank? He just said it out loud, and then I said, I know who he is because I took Dev up there, and I studied the boxing. And then Floyd said, "You want to work with him?" Dev responded, "Yeah." And then I said, "For sure, Dev will put in that work with him." I get to the gym and I see everybody coming in, and it's we ain't talk about it. Don't talk about it. How? Well, why was everybody invited then if we ain't supposed to talk about it?
I don't get that. So.
But no, I'm saying if it was just some sparring, regular sparring shit, why are we inviting? And if it's something to help the kids, my kid is 16 years old. So why is everybody coming to watch? Coming to watch what?
Oh, yeah.
We're all sitting around trying to watch.
I got you.
Now 8 years later, y'all sitting around trying to listen. Huh? Everything that you wanted to do to him and everything that y'all want to know, because guess what? You know about Devin Haney. You didn't know about Tank then. You know about Devin Haney. When Tank was 20 and Devin was 16, the world knew about Devin. They didn't know about Tank. You know what I mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Because Tank was with Floyd at the time, right? Was he with Floyd?
Signed to Floyd.
Oh,
that was the first time the world had seen them. You know what I mean? Tank and hearing about it, and then Floyd said, "I reached out on his Instagram and did the shit, and then I signed him." The next thing you seen was Tank was in Dubai or wherever they was, and then he was on the Conor McGregor show, and then he was on things that built him into the guy that he is. You know what I'm saying? And Floyd was always telling Dev, you see how we can do it. You see. And then I was on the other side of Dev saying, all right, well, you see what I got for you. You see, hold on. You see, here, this is boom. Now go ahead and talk to Floyd and see if Floyd will say to Dev, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. You feel what I'm saying? And if it was anything weak or fake, the two guys that was up in the front seat of the Rolls Royce, I'm talking about Devin and Floyd, they would have drove off and said, "Hey, Pop." They would have said, "Hey, Pop, let me just drop you off for a minute. Me and Floyd gonna keep on going. But I did what any father and any manager and any supposed to do is put the best deal on the table for your client, for your son, for your, you know what I mean, for your fighter or whatever. And I continue to put the biggest and the best deals and the best situations on the table for my son. And that's what I pride myself at being able to do. And I hope any other father or mother, you see what I'm saying? Because I don't touch a dime. He sees everything. I'm transparent with all the business. You see what I'm saying? So how is somebody gonna top that?
Yeah. Hey, Bill, Mr. Calderon, shout out to Mr. Calderon. He said, Bill, quick question. Outside of Dev, who was the second best at 135?
Shit, man. I think they're all really good fighters. They all got some stuff, you know what I mean? Of course, you know, I have a certain biasness because I have relationships with fighters that I don't have with the other fighters. So, you know what I mean? Let me just reserve my opinion to just say that we got some good fighters. A couple good fighters is left at 135 pounds.
Okay. Shout out to Bless 365. She from the Bay. She said, release the footage out of PC, Haney time. Yeah, who got that footage, man, of that sparring? Because you keep talking about sparring, and I remember seeing Blue Blood Sports TV on the Rise podcast. I think that's what sparked it back up. And then Blue ended up getting Agent Broner on his podcast, and then Agent Broner gave his recollection of it. Now, you're refuting what HB is saying, and, you know, you said you walked away with the money, so apparently you won, and Devin was 16, and Tank was...
Yeah, but I wasn't the only one. Type in Nate Jones. He won, too. You see what I'm saying? So it wasn't just me. You know what I'm saying? Right. There's a few people that won money. You know what I'm saying? Because once you know the Ohio guys, that's what Broner, that's all he talk about. That's why I told him, I said, Broner, I said, well, bet you and Devin. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, well, I got something up, I got something I'm gonna do and all that. Yeah, whatever, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk to you. It's like, nah, yeah, whatever, nigga.
Hey, Bill, why?
I'm gonna give him that same energy that he would when he pull out that bank and he about to shoot dice, and somebody say they shoot dice, and they say to him, I got another dice game I'm gonna be going to next week. So I don't want to gamble right now. Knock it off, nigga. You scatter us.
Shout out to South Paul dropping that quarter of a dub on your boy. He said just for going to Pennsylvania Avenue in Upton, Bill. He said you and Dev are a real one. And Baltimore, we heard Dev got busy. Much respect, Trill Bill. Okay.
Oh man, listen, Baltimore ain't nothing to play with. You dig what I'm saying? I was always a fan of Baltimore. And listen, if when you go out there, if you've seen The Wire, all the stuff look just like that. Baltimore remind me a lot like Oakland. I got some good dudes, some good men that I respect, you know what I'm saying, from Baltimore. So that's that I find near and dear to us.
Shout out to Fotex with a super chat, man. You got to send $5 for a question, but he said have Devin ever sparred Terrence Crawford?
Huh?
Have Devin ever sparred with Terrence Crawford before?
Nope. Only thing that they've ever did is size each other up on champ size. Man. No, they got weight classes for a reason. Nigga, ain't nobody messing with Terrence Crawford. Don't misquote me on that. Ain't nobody messing with. I'm talking about us. I'm talking about us, Devin.
Right.
We're not messing with Terrence. Listen, have a good night on when is Terrence fight?
December the 10th. I'll be at that fight.
Yeah, you be there. Yeah, shout out to Terrence and what he gonna do on December the 10th. I mean, that nigga, listen, excuse me, Nick, that champion, that number one pound for pound, number 1A, number 1B, whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no joke, man. Inside and outside the ring. And you get to popping slick, he gonna pull up on you like a tarantula and grab you and twist you all up and shit. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, he's a good friend of ours.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Dragon Bean. He said, question to Bill. He said, do you think Ryan will finally stop running from Devin and make the fight at 140 if he can get by Tank?
It's not that Ryan is busy doing commercials. He got one up with Gatorade. He got another one up with Powerade. He got Nutrafix. He got just a bunch of shit that he's doing. So if he doesn't go to fight with Tank, you can best believe it was because he was doing a commercial.
What do you why Dev never signed with Mayweather Promotions?
I I think out of Floyd teaching us, you know what I'm saying? Teaching us and not beating us, you know what I'm saying? And he always give you that opportunity. He said, okay, watch me, follow me, look at what I do, and then you choose what you want to do. And the road of trailblazing your own path is always the hardest one, but it's the one that you have the story and ultimately you have a chance to get the glory. You know, I got a story. I didn't get the glory. You know what I'm saying? Going through the shit that I went through. So Devin now has the story, and he's in the process, and he's in a pursuit for the glory. And it ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? It is not easy. It is not easy to choose that path where you can get up under Floyd and just ride and let him do it and let him promote it and cater to his fans. But if you actually go out and build your own fan base from scratch, you know, you're not buying no followers, you're not doing none of that shit. That's actually a harder path, but it's a path that we think that is ultimately respected more.
Mm-hmm. Has the Lomachenko fight been finalized yet? If so, would you let us know when do you expect that the fans will get an announcement?
You know, like I said, I wouldn't, you know, even if I had, if it was finalized and I could, I knew that the date, I wouldn't at this time, or nor have I ever been at liberty to make the announcement. I always leave that to Dev, and then Dev and his partners to make the official announcement. You know what I'm saying? So all I can say is that they are negotiating, and according to Bob and everyone, and Devin as well, his announcement should be coming down soon.
Yeah, shout out to Black Ice. He said, what's the Kid Austin situation?
Who is that?
Kid Austin.
I don't remember him.
Okay. Edie, shout out to Edie. He said if Devin wants to petition, he said if Davis wants Devin, petition the WBA and be quiet. Okay. All right. Bill, Devin looked like a skeleton in his last weigh-in when he fought. If you look at the actual, because I went live that day, and I saw his face.
Coach, you went hard body. Yes. And the best way that we can do is we can smile and say that, I mean, this kid is amazing and how much his dedication is to the sport of boxing. You know, a person to go to that dark place, you know, for undisputed, not once but twice, and then to be second guessed, and he put the world on his shoulders to go down there in New York between after a Jermaine Ortiz and Lomachenko fight to get in the ring and to call out that tough Ukrainian, you know, after you just, you know, had such a journey and such a feat down there in Australia, man. I listen, I smile, man. I smile because ultimately I'm so proud of him, man. You know, the effort and the work that it takes to go there. I can't say, listen, I don't know, bro. I mean, if it comes down to cutting all the way down, I mean, can we say that me and you would do it? I know the job that I do and I love it. I don't know, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's why I give him so much to Grams. You know, that's always been my Superman. You know what I mean? Since he's been a little kid, I always called him Superman. And you know, the way that he's taken not only just himself and his friends and his people, but what he's done for our family, and just, you know what I mean, put us all on his back, and just, you know what I mean, and makes it look easy. So to answer your question, I told Dev when the first Cambosos fight, I said, man, I'm gonna go with you, man. I said, but man, you got to trust me. If I'm saying to you that we can't do it, then Dev, no matter what the people, no matter what money, are you gonna trust me? And then I'm saying, he looked me dead in the eye. He said, Pop, it's in your hands. You know what I'm saying, right? And you know, based on the way that the narratives be created, based on the way the money be put up and shit like that, you know, I take all that into consideration. I take how he's feeling, and then ultimately I try to look from a health standpoint. Is he going to be healthy? Is this good to do for him long term, and all these other things? You know what I'm saying? So it's a tough decision.
Yeah, I understand that because that's what I was going to ask you. How long do you plan on seeing him fighting at 135? If if he makes the Lomachenko fight, if that fight was to go down, how long did you expect it? But you just pretty much answered the question for
But
me.
you know what though? The thing is so crazy is we say it and then going down, cutting down, and all the shit we say it, and then he comes out and puts on a hell of a performance like he did. You know what I'm saying? So then you start as a team. You say, okay, listen, great performance and all that, right? But going through it, when you're going through it to get on that scale, you're saying to yourself, hey, this might be the last time. You know what I mean? And then he goes out and performs the way that he does, and then we entertain another time, if that makes sense, Coach.
Yeah, it made perfect sense. Fotex say, Bill, what's your opinion on Keyshawn Davis?
Oh, great young fighter. You know what I'm saying? He got all the fire inside and outside the ring. You know what I mean? Something that you want. You want in the lightweight and then junior welterweight division. You know what I mean? You can expect some some good things coming from him, and his camp is dedicated, and yeah.
Hey, so Bill, hold on, I got a couple of more super chats, and I want to get to my questions. Blast 365 say, Bill, has Devin ever sparred Kid Austin?
Kid Austin. I don't know. That name sounds familiar. I don't know. I don't have too much time on the show to dig way back. You know what I'm saying?
All right, you got your answer, sis. Shout out to Drummond for Life for dropping that quote of a dog.
Is that guy doing anything right now in boxing? How's he doing? Is he okay?
Yeah, he got some fights coming up. He got some fights coming up in January, and I think somewhere in April.
Good for him. I wish him well. Yeah. Nothing but the best.
Shout out to Drummond for Life. He said, Bill, light up the building with your pride, with your pride for your family. He said, nobody ever take that from you. He said, greatness, I admire that as a father. Shout out to Drummond for Life, man. Salute to you, fam.
Family.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Okay, so Coach, so all that's over with. Coach is about to get down to the hard questions, and everybody wants. All you guys is waiting for. We was just warming up. Come on with it, Coach. Yeah,
I'm trying to come with it because I'm trying to get the super chats and all that stuff there. Now, is there any beef with you? Is there any beef with Dev and Tech Davis? Is there any beef that you know of?
Oh no, not that I know of. I know that they have a competitive spirit. One that, like I say, that comes out of that Baltimore. One that comes right out of that Bay Area. You know what I mean? And when you put a Bay Area guy and a Baltimore guy, you know what I'm saying, and you pit them up against each other, that you're gonna have a competitive spirit. But in the end, I think that both of them have a respect for each other and what they've done. You know what I mean? Thus far,
Do you see yourself working with not the pivot, but do you see yourself working with Eddie Hearn anywhere in the future? Or you're not at liberty to speak on that right now?
Well, no. The thing about it is, am I getting a glare on this? Okay.
No, you're good. You're good.
So the thing about that is that my job is to work with everybody and not rule out anything that's going to derail Devin's quest to be one of the greatest ever to ever put on a pair of gloves. My job is not to be emotional about it and to pick this person, versus that person. I don't cut no side deals. You can't pay me. You can't give me nothing that's going to make me negotiate against Devin's legacy, and his wishes. So, to answer your question, like I'm saying, is that's not my job to pick. The people ain't never did nothing wrong to me. You know what I'm saying? That would be upon Devin. You see what I'm saying? They let me in the room because of Devin, and they kicked me out the room because of Devin.
Because of Devin, yeah. Because of Devin, yeah. I get it. You moving up to 140, man. Do you plan on facing Teofimo Lopez if Devin when Devin moves up there?
Hey man, listen, that's an ultimate grudge match that between those two guys, I don't want them bumping into each other before the fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't want them bumping into each other around Las Vegas because ultimately what they have and what they've continued to have has been a grudge match that needs to be decided in the ring.
So this a real beef.
Well, listen, and that's what I was looking to talk to his dad. I was like, Pop, like, come on, man, what part in this are you playing? Are you trying to make this happen, or are you just going around town, fat mouthing about my son in a way that I'm not about you. I've never said that Teofimo is not what they think he is. I want to treat him and think that he is who he says he is. And I ultimately show that Devin is something that's special. All these fighters can be great fighters. I say that it's something special about a 24-year-old kid who has all the belts, right? And you don't necessarily have nobody that's clamoring and breathing and that's the mandatory to him. And that's no shade or no shout to any of the fighters, because everybody get ready and they move at their position, at the way that they move, and for whatever reason that they move. We just know the way that we move is that, we've been calling out, the champions, since we felt that he was ready to make that move. And we feel that a lot of times when we were ready to make the move and ready and it was lined up, they had excuse after excuse after excuse for us. And for those reasons, we feel for anybody that's coming up behind us that's in the same position we're in. And that could be any division, heavyweight division, middleweight, whatever, lightweight, you know what I'm saying? It's just a frustrating position. I mean, you have fighters that start questioning whether or not they doing the right thing. And here they've been fighting, since they've been 8, 9 years old, and they're just not getting that right fight, or they're just not getting that right paycheck, right? I hope that they stay down. I hope that they don't fold. You know what I mean? And know that, it's possible.
Speaking of Teofimo Lopez, hold on, let me get the super chat out of the way. He said, shout out to coach and the best trash talking boxing trill, Bill. Salute to you, fam.
Hey, listen, it's a lot of trash talkers in boxing.
Yeah. We talk. Hey, speaking of Teofimo, there's a lot of Teofimo fans upset with you. And you know where I'm going at. If you don't know, this is where I'm going at with this. They saw you on the podcast with Trill, I think it was Trill Boxing. They saw you in the podcast. And there was a co-host on there that said some very unfavorable things about Teofimo's kids. I've been getting this, people like, you better ask Bill Haney this, better ask him this. And some people took it as though you was co-signing some of the things that, that was said about Teofimo's kids. How do you feel about that? Did you condone that in any way, form, or fashion?
Well, you guys know my energy, and I don't mess with any kids. I understand and I support every Black woman's energy and their cry out, for what they believe has been the Black man's plight. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to jump out and leave a Black woman that's screaming that for one, that Devin is being treated wrong, that Bill Haney is being treated wrong, Devin Haney Promotions is being treated wrong. And then she's screaming out, and then everybody wants to say that she's crazy. I wasn't on the phone when the comments, I haven't looked back to look at the video. I don't really look back at the videos and stuff that I'm on, just because I don't like to do it. And just like what with me and you, I like everything to be spontaneous. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then I don't like to look back and look at the comments and then develop an opinion based on we being the minority. So I think in this situation, based on me hearing it, and you say the people and all that, right? First, you got to actually talk to this woman. She is one of the most beautiful women and beautiful persons that you would ever want to meet. You know what I mean? And she has a whole lot of passion for this sport and a whole lot of passion involved in life. And I hope that everybody can just understand that. And I don't take up for nobody, or I'm not trying to condone anything, but I know that my sister, she speaks for herself, and she's very articulate, and she knows how to get her point across and to convey her passion. And I think people might want to listen and tune into her. You know what I mean? And see where she's coming from with that. But to answer your question, as far as the baby go, I wasn't on the thing when the comment was made.
Yeah, I didn't hear it, but people have been telling me about it. Some people have been telling me about it, but I said I ask you. Bill, now this something I want to ask you. This is my question. You're a multimillionaire, right? You can afford the lifestyle.
You said hypothetically. You said hypothetically.
Okay, hypothetically.
Okay.
Hypothetically, sources say, according to reports, you are a multimillionaire that can afford the lifestyle most people will never reach in life, right? Is there a reason why you do interviews with YouTube channels that disrespect you? Well, I'm gonna give an example. Bitch ass nigga, shut your bitch ass up, yada, blah, that's quasi. Like, I'm not calling you that, but I'm just saying.
No. But so what I don't want to do is I don't want to talk about those channels. Let's, that do say it. I know the power that we do, and I know what zakat is. I know them screaming out. You know what I mean? They need to be validated, right? And sometimes their opinion and how they feel, right? Because they feel about their favorite fighter or whatever. I said, come on, let's rock, man. Come on, get all that stuff off, because you got a confident man that's 100% man and confident in everything that I do and what and who I am. You know what I mean? So a lot of promoters and managers, they run from the fact that it's going to be a couple trolls on here that's going to say this and that and all that. So they say that they don't want to be bothered by it. You know what I mean? I say, if anybody can stand it, you know what I mean? Bill Haney can. You feel me?
But why? But why? Because on the outside looking in, it seems like that you like the drama. It seems like you like the drama on the outside looking in on these YouTube streets. Is there a reason for that? Like why? Why subject yourself to that?
It's like when you actually, you got to get a chance to know a person, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you pass a judgment on a person, and then the person come on and do an interview with you, and you think different. You know what I mean? But the audience doesn't. You know what I mean? You have a certain audience with the YouTube guys, right? That they have to push certain narratives because their audience caters to them because they do it. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true.
And if Bill Haney can validate that they're not just screaming in the wind and nobody is hearing, right? So I come on and I say, nigga, we hear you. You know what I'm saying? We hear you with all that old bullshit.
So what's the biggest misconception that people may have of Bill Haney, in your opinion?
That, I don't know if it's the misconception. I just hope that, people understand that I'm just a man that I'm trying every day, to do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no drama. I love boxing, right? If we could talk about how good Devin is, I'd talk about that all day, every day. I would never talk about no drama. One thing that you hear from Bill Haney is that I defend Devin from the bullshit, because a lot of times, I'm an OG, so, I got time, you know what I mean? I got time. My life is not extremely complicated, that it's not dedicated to my kids and my job, so I'm here for it. You won't see me at the club necessarily popping bottles with that young model. You see what I'm saying? Trying to do something that, has my boat is sailed. You know what I mean? With that, you might hear stories of what I used to do, but right now I'm on your ass if you say the wrong thing about Devin Haney.
They call you the candy man. They say, man, anytime somebody saying something about Devin Haney that Bill don't like, he come out of nowhere and just pop up. Is that true? Sources say.
Yeah. Well, money ain't gonna change that for me, because I love my job, I love my responsibility, what I got to do. So no matter what the money is, you know what I'm saying? That to me, it affords an opportunity for me to reinvest in my younger kids. You know what I'm saying? So when you talk about what is it going to take for a 12-year-old and an 8-year-old, to ultimately back them, finance it, you know what I mean? Be the dad that you're supposed to be or that you would like to be. I don't have enough money, brother. I'm working harder than a one-legged man in the ass-kicking contest.
That's old school right there. Hey, Bill, what's the before I get to these super chats, what's the biggest misconception of Devin Haney, your son? Is he a coward? Is he ducking anybody? Is he a cap artist? Is he really just all talk? He's not about that action. He's not going to do anything. What's the biggest misconception?
The biggest misconception is the same thing that you think about Floyd, is that they just little dudes and you can just do whatever that you want to do until you see them in real life. You know what I mean? So most of the time, people just like Tank and all the rest of you, Shakur and all that, they're really fighters. Ain't nothing punk about them at all. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing, sweet or nice or none of that. He's a gentleman. That's what he is. And anytime you confuse a gentleman, you might run into a gangster. You see what I'm saying? And because everybody got a little bit in them, you know. And when you talk about doing things to protect your family, your career, your livelihood, nothing says that we need to play fair, you know. And I think that that's the misconception with Dev, is that it's an easy out. It's not an easy out.
Easy out.
He's not an easy out. Inside
He's pillow fist. He's pillow fist. So you can just walk in there and just do what you want to do to him.
No, what I'm saying is not inside the ring or outside the ring. Ain't nothing easy about champ. Nothing. And it'd be a bunch of beer drinking, booze drinking, just couch potatoes, right? Just laying around talking shit about a real calculated businessman, athlete, gentleman like Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? That's 100% focused on his game. And I think that that's an example, because I'm trying to get Sean to follow the same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get Sean to see it and like I said, be inspired in his lane, and to see how Devin is dedicated, see how he worked, right? And I would think that a lot of times when these dudes is yelling at the top of their lungs and doing all the shit, instead of taking out time, because the same time that you could be yelling at the top of your lungs is the same time you could be saying to your daughter, your son, take a look at these particular guys. Look what they did to do that. Look how dedicated they are. Look how, you know what I mean? And through that, it might work out for you versus coming with the other shit that they do. You know what I'm saying? Which ain't nothing but just bull. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The neighborhood ain't nothing but bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
I get that.
Oh, man, that Corey, man, you ain't, man, come on, man. Oh, no, you ain't. Come on, man, please.
Yeah, it just talk.
Watch. You ain't gonna have it. I'm telling you, as soon as the pandemic over with, you ain't gonna have it no more. You just ain't gonna have it, huh? Oh, man, them rims. You ain't got no rims on it, man. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always coming from the neighborhood. It's always something. So that part of it don't mean nothing, right? What people are saying, right? The blueprint that you have set out to be one of the greats, and that's what he has, is that blueprint. And he follows it to a T, both inside and outside the ring.
Do you, and this is a serious question, because, on YouTube and even on Twitter and stuff like that, you hear a lot of the fans in the chat, they're promoters, they're accountants, they're financial advisors, they're trainers. Like in the chat, you've been in several different platforms and different chats, and you hear people that they talk contracts. None of them never seen a boxing contract before. Do you take financial advice from YouTubers or people in chats on different YouTube panels and stuff like that? Do you take financial advice from them? Do you take boxing advice from them on business moves, how you should move? What say you?
No, hell no. Hell no. I don't take advice. Financial, boxing, none of that. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy their opinion, right? And I listen to the opinion, but ultimately I can't take an opinion from someone if I don't know them and it's not backed up behind this and this and this and this and this. You know what I mean? Like Roy Jones could say something right now. He can jump in the chat and he say something, and I'm gonna listen. Nonito Daenerys and his family, him and Rachel, they jump in there. I'm gonna listen because I know them personally, and I know that they've been where we are. You know what I'm saying? So it's easy, because I'll get scattered around. If I start listening, well, this guy and that makes sense, and this guy and that, and then. And then Devin say, hey, Pop, you listening to them guys in the chat. You know what I'm saying? You ain't come up with that shit. You dig?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna hire that guy in the chat. What's his name that always, you know what I'm saying? No, you're not. Listen, save your advice because you're not taking my job. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get credit for it. Keep it and give it to your favorite fighter. And if you love me, say it. I love you back, and I will listen. And all the other stuff, you know what I mean? But ultimately, I hope Allah continues to, you know what I mean, to put it on my mind to do the thing that I'm happy about. You know what I'm saying? Like being happy with your decision, because if I look at it and I say, well, Coach Malachi, I should have listened to Coach Malachi. No, you should be happy with the decision you make off the intel that you were given. So I'll get the intel will come in, and then ultimately I'm making the decision. So could you say that something in the chat and the people play a factor in my, subconsciously in my decisions? Maybe so.
Yeah.
I know Devin listens to who the people like and who the people want to see him fight and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So they play a factor in who the best fighter is, what we should do. But ultimately, when weighing out the business of it, you have to make the final business decision on stuff that sometimes the people in the chat aren't seeing. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the people in the chat haven't went through. You know what I'm saying? So it might be their first rodeo. And with your first rodeo, you might think that. But by it being our first rodeo, and we can talk to the Daenerys or talk to Roy Jones or talk to the Mayweathers or so on and so forth. So we use a little bit of different process of elimination.
All right. Will, shout out to Will for that dropping the half a dub. He says not just Teofimo fans. He said, I don't care if it's black, white, yellow, or mixed or whatever. That was wrong. I would feel the same way if it was your grandchild being talked about. Do better, Bill. He's talking about the podcast he was on.
Well, that's another one of those fans that want to, talk crazy to Bill. You know what I mean? And Bill ain't said shit. You know what I mean? I ain't said nothing. So stop with the super chat. Stop with the suggestions. You ain't heard Bill say nothing about nobody's grandkids, about nobody's little babies or none of that. You know what I mean?
Shout out to the WCS for dropping that half a dub on your boy. He said, with that being said, he said, let's place a bet on Teofimo versus Devin. You win $5,000 lunch money, and I win you stop capping. He's saying I win you stopping capping for the LDBC. I said, I warned you about skid marks and warning you about them too. World Comeback Sports?
No, World, shout out to him. He's trying to do the best he can. He started a channel as well. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to him. Him do his thing and everybody do their thing and not go against each other based on a person's experiences and their plights are different, bro. Why a person is saying something. I got an example. It's like telling a guy from Harvard, you know what I'm saying? He should be doing the same thing as a guy, that's a Crip, or a Crip should be doing the same thing. Dog, these people everyone has different experiences and different shit. And I know and I understand the LDBC and what they're doing and what they're saying. But I also understand what you're saying, brother. You know what I'm saying? I understand what WCS is saying. You know what I mean? And you don't always have to agree with somebody, but you can also understand that they can have an opinion on things. And we don't need to censorship on our opinions. You know what I mean? And on what we like and what we feel. That's not what we should be doing. We shouldn't be censorizing you guys as a media. For one, they didn't want to give, whether it be the LDBC, whether it be WCS, whether it be the New Media, Dante, they didn't even want to give everyone credit that they were key components in this sport. You see what I'm saying?
Right. They didn't acknowledge us.
Right. Devin and us were the first ones to acknowledge not just the great job the LDBC is doing, but the great job that everybody in the YTBC is doing.
Yeah.
YTBC is doing. You see what I'm saying?
Now this my thing. This is my position, and I'm not here to talk about no other channels, to be honest with you. But I understand that I have people who I'm all right with. All of them don't get along, but I don't hold them accountable to. Okay, I have moderators that are part of the LDBC that rock with them, but they my moderators. I'm not judging them based on they're with a group of people who I may not rock with. I don't rock with those guys. They don't rock with me, but I'm not going to judge them based on that. I treat everybody how they treat me. However anyone else feels, that's how you feel. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not going to get caught up in another man or woman's emotions. I deal with people how they treat me. You get what I'm saying? And I just hope that other people treat me the exact same way. That's where I'm at with myself personally. You get what I'm saying?
Well, I've only experienced good. You know what I'm saying? I've only experienced good. What they do and how they highlight a fighter's You know what I mean? Like the highlighted fighters' accomplishments. You know, highlighted fighters' future fight. Like this energy that, and you guys got to understand this, man. Y'all got to stop with the stuff at the fighters who the fighters are doing. Listen, when WCS does something free for Devin Haney, go and make a video and then wait to get the money and do all this shit, right? You don't have to do that. Nobody has to do that. We appreciate everybody, the good videos or the bad videos, because you don't have to do it. You see what I'm saying? So you come back to us and ask us, well, what will we, or why will we? Of course, we're going to support. And listen, even you have even us go to channels that are my enemy channels. You see what I'm saying? Because even when you can find something good in the enemy, and it's called consistency. And if a guy want to consistently be my enemy, you want to consistently be my enemy, then I'm going to consistently give you that wreck. And from time to time, I'm going to come over there and roast the shit out of you. And ain't nobody going to stop me from doing it, because I don't have no problem articulating the position that Devin Haney Promotions is in and Devin Haney as the fighter. But I guarantee you, though, if you didn't have Devin Haney, you might not be going the places I go any motherfucking way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you didn't have Devin Haney, if you got Devin Haney, you're going to go everywhere talking a lot of shit. You're going to go to the barbershop, the car wash, the mall. You're going to go to all the places, and you're going to be talking shit. And guess what? Oh, grandma's still hungry. I got to take grandma the food. Huh? Come say hi. Come say hi. And you,
Yeah, I see your son back there. I see your son. Yeah. Tell him I say assalamu alaikum. Yes, sir. Hey, Bill. Mr. LDBC dropped a quarter of a dub.
Ask them, are they at the same place? Are they at the same hospital? Ask her, can she do a Uber Eats? See if they can Uber Eats there. Something. Just 1 second. If not, I'm about to go. I promise you.
Yeah. Let me get these super chats out of the way. He said Devin Haney is undisputed at 23 years old. Do you feel that he gets the respect that he deserves? And does Loma win in best at 135 debate?
Dude, does Loma win in the best at the end in the best at 130? I don't understand it. Is Loma?
Yeah, I don't understand that part neither. But do you feel that Devin Haney get the respect that he deserves?
Well, you know, the respect in the history book is two different things. He went in the history book, so I think that they'll learn the respect.
Oh, no, I got what he's saying. He's saying, and does a Loma win in the best of 135 debate? Meaning, if Loma beats Devin Haney, does that end who's the best at 135?
No, it's not about just being the best. It's what did you do when you became the best. So Devin is the best now, but it's what is he doing while you're the best? When you got the crowns, what are you doing? You know what I mean? And I think that he's doing what the all-time greats would do. He's continuing to cement himself in the history books.
All right, shout out to Candy Slim. He said, respect, Bill, and everything that you're doing with your children and the time that you give to the fans. Some sensitive sissies trying to slander you. He said, when nothing was said about a baby, y'all deserve all of the blessings you get. Allah Kareem. Yeah, I didn't hear it, so I don't know what was said. I didn't hear it.
I like that picture over there too. That looked like Frank Ward or somebody out of Oakland. The picture over there in the corner, you know, got that hat cocked on there like that. Yeah,
man. Yeah, let me make sure I get this other one out the way. Shout out to Chickarelli, man. He's out there. He's out there on the West Coast with you, Bill, for dropping that dub, man. He said always appreciate your no bull opinion, Bill. He said can't wait to see Devin fight again. He's earned his credibility and respect. All right, shout out to Chickarelli, man. So do you feel that the state of boxing right now, 135-pound division, Devin Haney is the undisputed champion? You do a lot of politicking. I tell people, I look at Bill as the politician. What I mean by that is you have the gift of gab. You have the gift of gab. You really understand how to play this game very well. When I say game, I mean the media, the business of boxing. You're moving your son's career.
Coach, I got the best fighter. He makes the job easy. I come out and have fun. I got the best fighter. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that is. You know, he makes the job look easy and have fun. He's always maintained that he wanted to continually to get better and get better. He wanted better and stiffer competition. ever since he's come in the game. And you know, how hard is that? You know, you got one win, we need somebody better. You got another one, we need somebody better. It got to that he got all the belts and he still continues to want to challenge himself.
Do you look at all publicity as good publicity?
Unfortunately, I haven't grown in the game like that yet. You see what I'm saying? Because I still got kids and they listen. So, you know, y'all don't do me like that, man. Please, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm saying that as it relates to Devin. As it relates to Devin, like you said, because you were saying that.
But he's my son. You know what I'm saying? He's my son, and not he's just a fighter too. So if I say, oh yeah, all publicity is good, just whatever you say about Devin, no, you know all publicity is not good, but that's why I stay on their ass. If they say something, that's why I'm so passionate about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't just sit around and say, oh, okay, since they're talking about that's good too. No, I'm just saying. Huh? Oh, okay. No.
You said
No. I got like 10 minutes. I want to go
get
a wash for it anyway.
I'm gonna get you out of here, Bill, because you already told me. I know what's going on. I'm gonna get you out of here. Yeah. So, how do you feel about the actual
down there? Coming down there. How do I feel about what? Tell me what.
Yeah, I'm saying fighters. Do you feel that fighters? You know, a lot of these fighters, man, they don't have any personality, no swag. They don't know how to talk in front of the camera. A lot of these fighters. Do you feel that fighters should be more? Especially in the social media age, like yourself, you're out in the public, you're out talking to different social media platforms. Do you feel that fighters need some type of go to speech therapy classes, know how to talk in front of the camera when they do speak, and should they make themselves more openly available to their fan base, just even be a social media, especially in this social media era right now today? What say you about that?
No, just, you know, work really hard at your craft. You know what I'm saying? Believe in yourself. And, you know, when it comes time, you know, the words are going to fall right in place, you know, but the thing is to, like I said, is to get the best in your craft and to be confident in that. And then once that is, I don't care what you go in there and say to them people inside the meeting, what you say on TV, what you say anything. We always say is they say everything, let's fight. So you can't learn how to talk better than them. They talking bullshit. You learn how to fight and let everything else fall into place. I mean, and I don't mean just learn, like Floyd said, perfect your craft. Just keep continuing perfecting your craft. And that could be on both sides, both inside and outside the ring. You see what I mean? So, yeah. So what advice would you give a fighter who's trying to build his fan base right now, who doesn't like to talk? He's really good at boxing in the ring, but casuals don't know who he is. You know, you have people in the media that say, "Oh, this fighter's boring. He doesn't talk. He doesn't know how to sell. He doesn't know how to do this and that." Let me ask you a question then. Is Devin one of the hardest working guys in boxing?
Yeah, hands down. Yeah, hands down. Yeah.
Oh, hands down, right? Hands down. How the fuck are you gonna say that out your mouth? You got to show the people that. You can't say that. You know what I'm saying? So that don't take nothing. You know what I'm saying? So if they really try and work on the part that you're good at, right? If you're the hard and it doesn't take, you don't need to talk. Work, show the people your work. Show them. And the results is going to speak for itself. They're going to ask you, well, listen, you work so hard. What do you think, you know, what makes you work so hard, right? Right? Show your work, right? Why are you so successful? Is it because you work so hard? Show your work.
Right. So I get the hard work aspect of it, but you know, my position, and I get exactly where you're coming from. You show your work, right? But in order to show that you're the best, you know what I mean? You got to get in there and fight the fights that I think that gives you the reward of your work, because you put the work in order in the training and stuff like that.
No, that's not true. The reason why you deserve to fight is because you put in the work to get the fight. And if the world have seen you put in the work to get it, and they've seen how you train, they see the sacrifices that you make, they see the growth that you've done from only saying hello on the thing, you know, cutting on the live and saying, hey, what's up, to hello, you know, to my fans, you know, thank you. You know what I mean? Like, they want to be a part of the growth. They don't want you just to be right there. If they wanted that, then you can follow Joshua, you follow Deontay, you can follow guys that have already perfected it. But what people are looking for is the next. Who is the next? And being able to want to grow with you. So you're not going to do anything wrong. There's nothing wrong about it.
But how does I get what you're saying, but how does a fighter get his fans to grow with him if they don't give themselves give their fan base access to them?
I would show Devin his fights. I went to Mexico. We showed the fights. We also showed the sparring. You know what I'm saying? We showed him working out. We showed him doing the pads with Floyd Senior. We showed every aspect of it. Then we came back and showed things that he liked that are called lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? And Devin, Devin doesn't have any problem taking over that.
Yeah, I see he wearing $1 million worth of jewelry, man. Sources say. Sources say he's wearing a lot of jewelry now. So
sources. So you know what I mean? I just encourage everyone to say, relax, have fun, and you ain't doing nothing wrong by getting behind the fighter, and the fighter ain't doing nothing wrong by showing their whatever side. Sometimes you have to come on and say, man, I'm tired of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because the people is with you, but they see that you're saying, I'm the best, I'm this, I'm that, and they're saying to you, how could you be? You're not getting the fights. You got to come on and let them feel you and say, man, I'm tired of this shit. Let be relatable, right? And once that you're relatable, right, the people can grow with you. But if you're scared to show your vulnerability, right? You know what I'm saying? So this is something that's, a vulnerable spot for me, as well as a vulnerable spot for Dev, is that we get on here and everyone asks us questions that aren't rehearsed. You know what I mean? But I think that that'll resonate with people more than, the strategic marketing gimmicky kind of rise to the top.
All right, Bill, I know you have to go. Let me go ahead and get the super chat out of the way for you. Shout out to the Martin for dropping that quarter of a dub. He says that as a deep East Oakland native, I want to thank Bill and Devin for making the town proud. Okay.
Hey, and that's that, shout out to that deep East, right? So we got the Bay, then you got Oakland, then you got East Oakland, West Oakland, then you got East Oakland, and then you got deep East Oakland, right? And I'm from deep East Oakland. So, and that's what we always say is I'm not from the Bay. And then they say, you from Oakland? I say, I'm not from Oakland. I'm from deep East Oakland. So shout out to the brother that it's just something that that we as natives we do.
Before you go, Bill, is there anything that you would like to say to your fans, your supporters, your haters, and your detractors?
No, I mean, the show, I'm just thankful, you know what I mean? You let me come on the show. I know a lot of times between all you guys, you know what I'm saying? You guys are doing a wonderful job. And if I can encourage the content creators, to come together and work together and not even work together, but because everyone has this thing about them. They bring something that's unique. Some or political, some or lifestyle, some or box rec, some or championship, some or what I mean. And I see the beauty in everybody. And some are distractors and haters. And without them, I can never show them how great we are. You dig what I'm saying? So,
man, Bill, thank you so much for coming on, man. Again, I know you have to go. I know you pressed for time. I spoke with you before the show. Thank you so much, Bill, for taking the time out. Is there anything else, any parting words you want to leave us with?
Did we miss anybody? Did we miss anything?
Nah, I don't think we missed it. Oh, shout out to my brother Blood Boxing. He said, Bill, you're a stand-up brother.
But nobody that's going to. No, what I'm saying is, I appreciate everybody. Thank you, everybody that's sending something. If I miss y'all or whatever, I appreciate y'all. Y'all everywhere that I am, and you constantly showing me some support. What I was kind of like coming to talk to the guys and bring some clarity to the guys that, like this gentleman or whatever. I don't know. I just see the cap at the end, but that might ambush Coach Malachi after I leave the thing. So Bill takes team sending the Tank's team sending contract after him, saying he'll fight Devin next after his Cambosos fight, or was it just Cap? No, we haven't received any contracts from any of them. Having a contract, before you get a contract, we've all talked. everybody that you need to come to terms with what that contract is going to represent. So just, you know, just talking and being upfront to the people that, you know, we respect this team or respect that team, and we're going to do everything that we can when the times are right to make the fights happen to the people is the narrative that I want to make sure that we stand behind, and not the narrative that here I come, Sean. Not the narrative that we can't do it, baby.
All right, I know you got to go. So if you're at liberty to say so, what way do you think that Devin will end his career? Before you go,
He'll probably try to do something fantastic that the people can't believe can do, and he'll probably try to do it at 160. You know what I'm saying?
All right, Bill, thank you so much for coming on, man. I know you got a family emergency, man. Salute to you, fam, man. May Allah be with you, and thank you, brother.
Hey, Allahu Akbar, brother. Appreciate it.
Yes, Allahu Akbar. Yes, sir. Shout out Bill Haney, man. Thank you for taking the time out to come on the show. I tried to get all the super chats. I didn't get to a lot of my questions, but I knew that he was pressed for time. I had a few more questions that I wanted to ask, but trying to juggle, trying to make sure I get the super chats, because you guys are paying money to ask these questions. So trying to make sure I get your questions on top of getting to my questions, on top of just addressing a few things as it related to the sparring match and stuff like that. Yada yada yada. I know a lot of you guys had questions about him being on the LDBC. Bill does rock with them, and I know a lot of you guys felt some type of way about that. Fine, nothing wrong with that. The video you guys talking about, I didn't see it, so it is what it is. I heard about it, but it is what it is, man. Other than that, I think it was a pretty good interview. Very mild-mannered, to the point. Bill is winded. When I ask questions, I try not to interrupt people when they're talking. I try to let them talk. You know what I mean? So, because you learn a lot by listening, and if a man take the time out to come on my show, I at least owe him the courtesy to listen to what he has to say. I try not to be in such a hurry to cut a person off to get to the next question, or to cut a person off in order to address something else. If that person is talking, he took the time out to answer, to come on my show, I at least owe him the respect and the liberty to let him talk. So that's how I run my show, man. Let's give Bill and everybody in the chat who supported a round of applause. When I do interviews, I don't do interviews from the perspective of I want to attack the person that's on. You know what I mean? Like, if I have a personal, let's say I like a fighter, right? And the person that I'm interviewing is the fighter that I really don't dig too well, or if it's someone in his camp. I don't interview people with the intent to be combative, to argue, to debate, you know what I mean? Because some people like to argue for the sake of argument. I'm not going to do that. Look here, I try to keep it as professional as possible. If you can get the arguing and debating all the time. Bill Haney be on all these different platforms, so he know where to go at if he want to get the arguing and debating and all the other shit. I'm not going to do that over here. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to let nobody else's hangups be my hangups, because your hangups ain't my hangups. You know what I mean? How you feel about something is how you feel about something. How I feel about something is how I feel about something, and that's it. But that's pretty much how I conduct things over here. Shout out to Thug and D. He say facts. Let me drop the phone lines. That's the least I can do. Let me drop the phone lines. Phone lines is open. I appreciate everybody who hit the likes, man. Let's get the likes over 500, man. We need to get the likes up. Let me drop the phone lines so people can call in the show. 530-494-9636. 530-494-9636. We're gonna rock out for another 40 minutes, 45 minutes, and we're gonna be done. Phone lines open, man. Anybody want to call into the show? Call into the show, man. And let's talk. Tell me what's on your mind, what you think. You know what I mean? I did see the Tank Davis press conference today. Tank Davis, Demetrius Andrade. I saw Boots Ennis. Saw him on there as well on the platform. I don't know who the hell it is. Boots is fighting Demetrius Andrade. I think he's fighting the guy from DC, from that area, and he's fighting a brother. So he's fighting a slick black. No, let me stop. He fighting a slick black fighter. No, but it looked like it's a good fight card from a notoriety standpoint. Tank Davis, Boots Ennis, Demetrius Andrade, all of them fighting on the same card. Those are some pretty good names. Shout out to Drew.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Drew, what to say for me? Say coach doesn't do ambush guest journalists. Nah, I don't do that. I don't do that. I'm not the guy that's gonna smile, get the guy on there, and then just start attacking him. Oh, pussy nigga, yeah, what's up? Nigga, I'm gonna pull up. Yeah, nigga, yeah, you's a bitch. What that shit you said about said? What you said about what that you said about Spence? What you said about Crawford? Yeah, nigga, talk that shit. No, that ain't me. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, y'all know where to go ahead to get that though. I'm not gonna do that. He said, he said the PBC card looks good. No Mayweather promotions either. Hey, you know what? Hey, check this out. It's dope. It's dope. Check this out, fam. I noticed that when I looked at the card, I noticed that. Oh yeah, Rashidi Ellis as well. Yeah, hey, thank you for reminding me, Eric Grimer. Rashidi Ellis as well. Rashidi Ellis, who they got on this card? They got Speedy Rashidi. They got Speedy Rashidi. Boots. Shit. Andrade. Shit. Speedy Rashidi, Boots, Andrade. Who else is on there? And then, of course, Tank. Yeah, you know what I mean? They got the brothers on this card. Hey, they got the brothers on this card. That's shocking. Hey, so as soon as Tank leave Mayweather, he got brothers on his card. True. Hey, Dr. D, as soon as Tank leave Mayweather, now he got the brothers on his card. It used to be, hey, when Tank was with Mayweather, you couldn't get a brother to fight on his undercard. You had to be Mexican. If you wasn't Mexican, you weren't getting on the card. Now that Tank is, well, he's still with PBC, but he's with PBC Showtime directly without dealing with Mayweather. Now he got the brothers on his card. I like that. Full Revolution, what to say, sis? Who is Andrade fighting again? I have no idea, sis. I have no idea. True. Okay. I thought the people wanted to call in. Don't nobody want to call in. Let me remove the phone line then. Fuck it. Yeah. Hey, what you say though, sis? Yeah, I don't know who he's fighting, but he's fighting on Showtime. I don't know if he's with PBC. I don't know. You see what I'm saying? I don't know, but he got the brothers on there. I'm just happy to see that. Let the brothers get some money. Now I heard that this is they fighting in DC. I heard this is a low budget fight. A Hog Morgan Chitlin fight. You know what I mean? I heard it was a Hog Morgan Chitlin fight. You know what I mean? So we'll see. What you say? Abo Dave. You say Andrade is fighting that one dude from across the street. Hey man, it is what it is, fam. It is what it is. Now there's something that I heard Andrade say. Andrade did say that they asked him about Canelo Alvarez. Now that you're at 168, do you feel that you're going to get the Canelo fight? He said, listen, the Canelo fight is a very, very hard fight to get. Trying to get Canelo is very, very hard and tough. But I feel that there are other fights that can be made over here on this side. We have David Benavidez, we have Caleb Plant, and then we have, what my main man is, Jamal Charlo. Of course, Jamal Charlo fights at 160. You see how big, now you guys saw how big Jamal Charlo looked standing next to Dimitri Bivol, right? Did you see how big he was? Like he was bigger, taller, and bigger than Dimitri Bivol. Dimitri Bivol is 6 feet tall. Jamal Charlo about 6'1", 6'2", right? And he looked like he was about 200 pounds in that picture. I'm like, dude, you can easily drop 25 pounds and fight this guy at 175. This guy doesn't have to move up come down to 168 to fight you. You get what I'm saying? So he brought up Dimitri. He did bring up Jamal Charlo, but I don't ever see that fight happening. I don't see Demetrius Andrade and Jamal Charlo fighting each other. I don't see it, man. I don't see it. I just don't see it, fam. You know what I mean? The dude, he don't want to fight the guy. Everybody waiting on Canelo. But what I like about what Andrade said was, because a reporter asked him a question twice. They asked him like one time, and then like towards the end, another reporter asked him that again, and he said, listen, man, as I said before, he said something of the sort, Canelo is very, very difficult to get in the ring. So I don't want to talk about Canelo. I want to talk about the other fights other big fights that can be made. Caleb Plant, Demetrius Andrade, Jamal Charlo. And I totally agree with that. There are other fights that can be made instead of everybody sitting around waiting on Canelo. You know what I mean? Like, these other dudes can be fighting each other. And you get what I'm saying? It's like, for the life of me, I don't understand that. Like, why no one has figured that part out? Why no one has figured that part out? Listen, man, let us just fight each other. We have some good fights that can be made. We can make some decent money and then make it do what it do. You know what I mean? Let's see what's going on. Let's see on the chat. PBC Central, what you said exactly, but he wants Bivol at 160. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy, fam. How you want Dimitri Bivol at 160? Hey, let's get the likes up to 600. Let's get the likes up to 600. We need 80 more likes. We need 80 more likes. Finally, the phone is wrong. I didn't think nobody wanted to call in. I'm like, what kind of shit this is? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Calling from San Diego, a.k.a. Tijuana. What's up, Coach?
What's your name, fam?
FE. Who else would it be?
Go ahead, fam.
What's up, man? I wanted to call somebody trying to call, man. I'm not gonna give you no grief. You could have asked a little bit more questions, but you're right. Let the man talk. Give him some time. But I wanted them tough questions, man. I wanted them tough questions getting asked.
What tough questions you wanted?
Well, first of all, like in my opinion, I mean, Devin Haney has put in work. I know he put in work when he started when he was a teenager in Tijuana, in Mexico. I give him all that. You know what I mean? When he's talking about the resume for the work he's put in. But I'm like saying like who he has fought. He fought. Who did he fight? He didn't fight anybody to get some belts. I don't want to talk shit. Kambosos did beat Teofimo just the way Teofimo belt from Lomachenko. But Devin Haney hasn't fought Teofimo, hasn't fought Lomachenko. I mean, I don't want to bring in even Shakur Stevens in the thing because he hasn't fought anybody close to that. And anybody that thinks that I think Kambosos got lucky and he fought the fight of his life. That's what I think, personally.
All right. Well, if you're listening to the interview, they're in the process of negotiating to fight Lomachenko. So I think that would answer your question as it relates to Lomachenko.
No. I understand that one. Because Big Daddy Bob Arum, he's gonna give that fight to Lomachenko. You already know his favorite fighter is Lomachenko.
Yeah.
I already know about that one.
Yeah.
I'm just saying the riffraff he has with Teofimo since before Teofimo lost his belt. I could give it to both of them. Like, why y'all didn't fight each other then?
Well, I mean, I think that's a known conclusion that Bob Arum said that Devin Haney was with the wrong promotional company. I have a video where he said that, you signed to the wrong promotional company, kid. At the time that they was trying to, Teofimo or Devin Haney, regardless of what side of the street you're on, I don't care. And I'm just saying anybody. Devin Haney was with Matchroom and DAZN at that time. And Teofimo was with Top Rank, which he still is with Top Rank. So that's why that fight didn't happen. You see what ended up happening. Devin Haney had to leave his situation and then go sign with Top Rank, which probably was the best move to make because in order to get the fights that he want, you got to go over there to Top Rank. So I think that's the answer. That's the answer to that question. That's why I didn't answer that question. I didn't know the answer to that.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't want to switch subjects or nothing, but all the shit talking goes on in the chat room. Oh, Devin's undisputed. I'm like, yeah, he's undisputed. But like how you said, he got them all at once. It's a different when I don't even want to bring up Canelo, but he's like the only one I can bring up where he goes to title holder.
Jamil Talo as well. But I mean, yeah, it happened the way it happened. Like there's nothing that I can say, anyone can say that's going to change your mind. About Devin Haney. I could have.
I can talk about his shit and be like, look, man, this motherfucker was going to go do it for free. He even went back to Australia to give him the rematch. Even though he didn't deserve the rematch, but it was, a contract clause. But it was like the boringest fucking, sorry about the language, the boringest fight I ever saw, man. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, there's nothing wrong with how you feel about Devin Haney, whether you like him, like his style or not. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't owe me an explanation on that. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing.
Yeah. And as for Bill Haney, I mean, he's a good father and everything, but, he got to let his kid be a man. You know what I mean? I just feel like how Tank was under Mayweather, I just feel like Devin's under his dad a little bit too much. I think his dad controls everything. You know what I'm saying? I need Devin Haney to be a man. I need him to be I'm gonna do my own thing. I want this cat. I want, you know what I mean? I want him. I just think he's babied a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right, we got other calls calling in, man.
And
So
that's how I feel, Coach. And you know what? Haven't been on here for a while. Haven't been on here. What's up to little Green Eyed Peas, Dr. Paul? I haven't been on here for a minute. I even quit smoking and stuff, smoking weed because of my chest and everything. Been going through some stuff, man. But every time I get a chance, I'm in the hospital or whatever, I'm like, I try to bump in. But you know what I mean? Today was a day. I hadn't even taken my inhaler and stuff. I'm like,
all right, man. Well, salute, fam. We got other calls calling in, man. Salute to you, fam. I hope
no
you get
problem,
better.
man.
Salute to you, fam. Shout out to brothers from San Diego.
You have a great one.
Yes, sir. Phone lines over, man. 530-494-9636. 530-494-9636. Food Revolution, what's going on, sis? What's going on with it, sis? Hold on, we got other calls calling in, man. Let's get the calls calling in, man. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? It's O from Cali.
O from Cali, talk to me.
Yeah, just want to respond to the last caller. And a lot of people saying Devin Haney got the belts all at once, which is incorrect because he had the WBC regular belt. But, I mean, how was he supposed to do it? The guy who he went after who had the belt, it was only one person. And, I mean, he went after Loma when Loma had the WBC. He went after after Teo beat Loma. Those guys couldn't make the fight happen. So what do you want him to do? Not go for the belts until they're separated?
Yeah, man, I don't know, man. People feel the way they see. This is my understanding of it, right? I've been doing this long enough to know now. You know, people feel the way they feel about certain fighters. If you don't like a fighter, there's nothing that fighter can do to make you like them. If you love a fighter, you know what I mean, you're gonna love them, right? So I get it. I understand fans and stuff like that, and I get it. I understand. I respect everyone's opinion. I don't agree with the shit. But hey, let them feel how they feel. But there's nothing that you're going to say to change their mind. If that's how the man feels, that's how he feels. So be it. I don't agree with it, but so be it. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
Yeah, I would say he took the opportunities that was in front of him. I mean, and on top of that, Devin Haney is a good champion because name one person he's not calling out right now. He's basically saying if you want a shot at the title, well, he's going after Loma. And I think the Loma fight is important because you can fight Loma now before they say, he's too old, he's not the same Loma, even though they're trying to say it now. The Shakur Stevenson fight, they got time for that, both of those young. Even Shakur is 2 years older than Devin. But Loma is a legacy fight for Devin Haney. I think he beats Loma, and then I think he can move on to 140, you know, because they're saying, oh, he didn't fight anybody. So take out the, I guess, King Loma, and now you accomplish everything you needed to at 135. 135 is getting good. You know, they got a lot of good fights at 135, but I think the true test is 140. And, Coach, I'm getting out of here, but great interview with Bill Haney. Keep it pushing, Coach.
Yeah, shout out to O from Cali. Salute, fam. California is BIH, man. We got 2 calls from Cali. Phone lines open, man, 530-494-9636. If you call the show while I have someone on the phone, I'm not going to hang up on them. I'm gonna wrap it up. And listen, everybody keep your calls to 2 minutes because we have a lot of calls calling in. Please keep your call to 2 minutes. We don't need no filibustering. I don't want to hear about your baby mama at the strip club. I don't want to hear about your cousin doing the butterfly. I don't want to hear about your auntie doing the one leg up. I don't want to hear nothing about your sister got arthritis in her left pinky toe. I don't want to hear nothing about none of that. Just say what you got to say. I don't need no damn filibustering right now. We got a lot of calls calling in. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Fiona too.
Fiona too. Talk to me, sis.
I'm just say this. I'm gonna get out. Devin beat the man that beat the man that beat the man. It is what it is. That's the way the sport of boxing works. You don't have to take the hard road. He didn't have to take the hard road. He beat who was in front of him. Campos is the one that had the belt. He beat the man that beat the man that beat the man. And Devin Haney collected all the belts. It's just that simple. That doesn't mean that he's not a great fighter. You know what I'm saying? Because the fight was born and all of that. So give that man his credit. Also, salute to Bill Haney. I appreciate Bill Haney and what he represents in our community as far as standing up and being a father and things like that, and being a father figure to these guys, these young guys in the sport. I will say this, he does deflect a lot. He has what I like to call Solomon wisdom. When you ask him a question, he gives you an answer, without answering the question and to extent is satisfactory. I'm gonna say this about Coach. He not finna sit there and grill that man. We've been watching him long enough to know how Coach is. He ain't finna grill that man and do all that, you know. So he asked the questions. He got to answer whether he was satisfied with it. It doesn't matter. He asked the questions you guys want him to ask as well as his own questions. Yeah, and I'm excited about this fight coming up. I don't care if Boo Boo Edred is on the undercard. It doesn't matter to me. It's a great card. Anybody on the card with Tank, because Tank is one of the hottest guys in boxing, is gonna get some shine. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just happy. And Gerard in his boots on there as well. So I'm excited as hell. You know what I'm saying? This has been an exciting week for the sport of boxing. God bless everybody.
Yeah. And shout out to my sister Fiona too. Duval County in his BIH, man. Florida, stand up, man.
Call from
Florida, stand up.
Loaded.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Augusta, Georgia.
What's your name?
Charles Moden.
Charles from Augusta, Georgia. Talk to me.
Yeah, what I want to say is that Devin sat there and chased the belt, got the belt, and he's still chasing the top fighters. So I don't understand the fact that we're talking about he needs to prove himself. Everybody else was running from him when he was 17. Now we got the unanimous all the belts, and then you turn around to he ain't chasing nobody. He's chasing Phil Lomachenko, Devin, Javante Davis. He even shouted out to Shakur Stevenson. What we need to do to make sure that this young man is doing the right thing.
This is the thing. This is the thing, Charles. It's like this, right? And I'm gonna tell you something that my mother taught me a long time ago, and I really, really do understand this. And if somebody doesn't like you, there's nothing that you're going to do to make them like you. You get what I'm saying? My thing is, I understand that. So I don't try to argue or change people's minds. I know my position. Once I understand what your position is, once I understand what your position is, it's like, okay, that's how you feel about it. So be it. I totally disagree with it. But you know what I mean? And that's it. I just keep it pushing. So, there's nothing that you're going to do to make people like Teofimo Lopez, like Devin Haney, like Lomachenko, like Terrence Crawford, like Errol Spence, whatever. I mean, it is what it is. Whoever the fighter may be, like Demetrius Andrade, people are going to feel the way they feel. A lot of people are dug in and hard pressed on their feelings, and that's just what it is, fam. So just accept. I'm not saying for you to agree with it, but don't look too much into it. Don't look too much into it.
All right, brother. I appreciate it. At least I hear the truth coming out. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah, man.
That's all I can say.
Shout out to Charles from Augusta, Georgia, man. Thank you so much, brother, for calling in, man. Salute, fam. Salute.
Yeah.
What's up? Yeah, it is what it is, man. I mean, let people feel how they're gonna feel, man, and keep it goddamn woods. One thing about me, I'm not gonna have a civil war about another nigga feelings. Goddamn it, why do we do this and do that? Yada 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 blah this, blah that. And I don't like Bill. Listen, you more than likely you ain't like him anyways. You know what I mean? So I'm not here to argue your talking points for you. You get what I'm saying? And anybody want to ask questions? I said you got to leave a $5 super chat. Leave a $5 super chat, and that's how you get the question answered. Hold on, guys. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? I think I addressed all the super chats. Hold on.
Hey, it's Paul from Eugene, Oregon.
Hold on, fam. Hey, caller, what's your name is again? Where you calling from, my brother?
This is Paul. Paul from Eugene, Oregon.
Paul from Oregon. Talk to me.
Yeah, I missed the beginning of that interview. Did you ask Bill what happened with Devin and Tank in that sparring session?
Yeah. I spoke about that.
Okay. What did he say happened?
He said he won. He said he won the bet. They betted money on the sparring session. He said Agent Broner jumped in the sparring session when they had money on the line. He said it was some goofy ish that Agent Broner did. He had no business doing that. And he said that his son ended up whooping Tank Davis's ass, and he ended up winning the bet, walking away with the money. That's what he said. So
yeah, I don't know what to believe there. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the interview.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
I just want to hear Bill Haney say, "I'm telling you the God's honest truth."
All right. Shout out to Paul, man. Shout out to Paul. Paul, brother, yeah, man. Hey, shout out to Tip Bayless. Hey, okay. Drop another half for Bam, dubbing your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Tip, what you say, family? Say Top Rank definitely had a meeting set up for Lopez and Haney to make a fight. Bill and Dev no showed. He said there's a video of Teofimo even addressing it face to face with them. Yeah, I don't know, man. All I know is Bob Arum did say that, hey, man, you're on the wrong side of the street. Not wrong side of the street. You with the wrong promoter and all that stuff there. So, Carter, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? This is Inevitable. D-Block, D-Town, D-City, D-Ville, Baltimore. Stand up. What's up, Coach?
D-Block, talk to me, fam. Talk to me.
My God, what a great show you have today, Coach. Man, I mean, this is one of the best shows I've seen in a long time. I mean, Bill Haney was on your show giving you facts on his side, though, of course. You know, I got to keep it neutral now. I ain't going to get too you already know how I feel about the other side of town. So at the end, I mean, the way people bashing, and that's okay, like you said, Coach. That's okay that you can like and be preferred on one side and the other guy is on the other side. But I mean, we just had a press conference with Tank Davis, and you know he's on his own now. So I got respect for that. You know, he says he's gonna do his own thing, he's gonna do this and that, and I'm cool with that. And Bill gave us a lot of explanations on what's going on. You know, I mean, his son really wants to fight the best, and that just tells me that I was right the whole time. They want the best fight that other fighters don't want to fight. I mean, he could fight Shakur Stevenson. He could fight Lomachenko. And then I don't want to get too involved because then I get all pissed off and I get all heated. And that's, you know, I don't want to be like that, man. I want to be it's all about boxing. We want to see the great fight. And that's the thing. All I want, Coach, is for Tank Davis to be in the middle of the ring with Devin Haney. And I want Devin Haney to show the whole world why I consider him what I consider him to be, a great fighter, a great boxer, and for somebody to be exposed. And I feel like that other person that's going to be exposed is Baltimore. You know what I mean? They're going to be exposed, and that's okay, you know. But that's the thing. We want the best fight out there. And the only way, like you say, Coach, and I appreciate what you've been saying, you've been hitting that narrative. The only way we're going to find out is when they finally are in the ring. We can't just start bashing every other fighter. Like, look, man, for me, I think I'm kind of done bashing Tank Davis. I want, hey, man, you going to make the fight or not? If you're not going to make the fight, then I don't want to hear nothing from you anymore. You're your own promoter now. You got your own thing going on. And I like that Bill has been there with his son the whole time, guiding him and helping him out. That's the way it's supposed to be. You're supposed to have somebody as a great mentor to be right there with you. Floyd Mayweather could not do that with Tank Davis, Coach. Do you think that? I mean, do you think that Haney has a better understanding of everything than Tank Davis when he was with Mayweather Promotions?
I won't say that. I won't say that Haney had a better understanding. I mean, I have no way of knowing that, to be honest with you, because you asked me to get inside these guys' minds. I mean, I think Tank did what he had to do for his situation at that time. I think Devin Haney, according to what Bill said, they did what they had to do for their situation. Everybody went down different paths. If they ended up achieving whatever goals they set out for themselves, so be it. So yeah, I can't say, you know, because it's subjective to the individual. Tank may feel like he did the right thing. Devin Haney feel like he did the right thing. Both of them are multimillionaires, and we'll just see will they end up fighting each other at the end of the day. As a fan, that's all me and you can hope to get. You know what I mean? Hopefully we can get that, but I doubt it. But hopefully we can get.
One more thing, Coach. One more thing before I hang up, because you know, I mean, I know you got a lot of people, and I thank God that you had over 900 viewers today, and I'm so happy for you, Coach, and for the community. One more thing. I see something in between the lines where you could see that Tank Davis is a very emotional person. You know what I mean? Like, he gets very emotional when people call him out. Yes, like I told you last time, Coach, yes, they're boxers, they're fighters. Of course they're going to be pissed off if nobody considers him the top dog. And he considers himself the top dog. But if you see, Tank Davis has a lot of issues going on with himself. And I mean, I think he has that legal issue. He got all these other things going on in his life. Where I see that Devin Haney has more of a peace. You know, he's more in a different lane where he doesn't have to worry about those kind of things. He's more. You never hear nothing negative about Devin Haney going through issues with court or messing up his car, anything like that. That's self-discipline, and that's because you got somebody behind you that's helping you out, and that's great. Where I see Tank Davis really doesn't have anybody really telling him. That's
Hey,
what I told you, Coach.
We got other calls calling in.
He got a lot of yes men. Okay, Coach, my bad.
Shout out
D-Block,
Danger, man.
D-Town,
D-Block, salute, fam.
D-Bill. Peace out.
Yes, sir. Hold on, we got other calls calling in, guys. Hold on. I want to be fair. Let everybody get a call in. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, this is Vernon. How you doing today, young man?
Vernon, how you doing, sir? Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Chicago.
Vernon from the Chi. Talk to me, fam. Chi-Town.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, young man, look here. I had wanted to ask the gentleman Bill. I had wanted to ask him. I know about this young man, and he's real good, and I like the way that young man fights. I had wanted to ask him, since this young man is going to move up to 140 now, what do you think about Kid Austin? And Kid, what do you think about Kid Austin? And
He
Kid
didn't
Austin.
He didn't want to answer no questions about Kid Austin. I think that was evident in the
Bill.
show. Because a couple of people asked questions, and he didn't want to talk about them at all. So, and I know why. I know why. So, I'm not gonna get into it, but I know why they don't really rock with each other like that. To be honest with you.
Hey, you know, I'm gonna tell you something about that young man, Kid Austin. He the one brought me back to fighting. I gave up on professional fighting a long time ago and stuff with this, just with the heavyweight division and everything else, and all that stuff was going on. Kid Austin brought me back to fighting. I thank him for that. Him and his father. And Bill too. Bill better run from him, because Kid Austin decided to go up to 140. It's gonna be a problem. You can't run from that young man. He's only 20 years old.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother. And I know you'll tell me that. Hey, congratulations on the numbers too, bro. I like your show. I'm tuned in to you. I'm subscribed to you. I'll follow you.
Yeah, I appreciate that, fam. Thank you so much, brother, for tuning in. Vernon from the Chi-Town, man. Home of Robin Harris, Bernie Mac. You know, it's so many more, man. Salute to you, fam. Shout out to Vernon from the Chi. Salute, fam. Shout out to Bless. Yeah, you know, it's a pop thing. The two fathers don't get along with each other. I didn't want to address it. You know, I didn't say nothing to you guys about it. I didn't want to address it. You know what I mean? And to be honest with you guys, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. You know, I'm cool with both. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I can call Bill Haney and I can call Floyd Schofield, which is Kid Austin's father. You know what I mean? So I don't choose sides. You know what I mean? Because whatever issues that they have going on, that shit ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I mean? Both of them men treat me with respect. I treat both of them with respect, and I don't get involved in shit that ain't got nothing to do with me. So other than that, that's it. I'm just letting you know that's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at with it. If you got beef with somebody, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Your beef ain't my beef. You know what I mean? Unless I decide it's my beef, then I'm gonna get involved in it. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Jamario from Arkansas, Coach.
Jamario, talk to me, fam.
Man, first of all, Coach, I just want to congratulate you on the good show with the good content, reaching over 1K viewers today in the chat. That was a dang good interview you did with Bill Haney today, Coach. Real good interview.
You know,
a lot of people were sending super chats, so I got to try to get to their questions as well as ask my questions when I knew that he had a personal situation. This is what a lot of people don't know. Bill got a personal situation for family that he was limited on time. So I tried to do the best I could do under the circumstances. Oh, he would have been here longer. Right. And I appreciate you for doing that, because I sent in a couple of super chats and you read them off, and I like how you kind of, put us up in the forefront, kind of put yourself to the side. And, I like that, Coach. But I got one question for you. I got a question. What do you think Devin should do if he beat Lomachenko in his next fight, where he gonna defend his undisputed titles? If he beat Lomachenko, do you think he should move up, or if he can make the weight at 135, should he continue to defend his titles at 135?
No, he should move up. He should move up. Beat Lomachenko.
Move up.
Yeah, beat Lomachenko. If he can beat Lomachenko. If he can beat Lomachenko,
right.
Then because a lot of people feel that Lomachenko is the best fighter in 135. So if he beats him, but I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen now. If Devin Haney fight Lomachenko, and Lomachenko beats him, then they're gonna say that people who don't like Devin Haney, they're gonna say that, hey man, listen, we told you Devin wasn't all of that. Yada yada yada. Lomachenko is the best in the world. But if Devin Haney beats Lomachenko, they're going to say that, oh man, when Lomachenko was old, it was the war, this and that. The people who don't like him, and this is what I tell you, when somebody doesn't like you, Jamario, there's nothing that you're going to do to make them like you. They're going to always move the goalposts either way it goes. So don't worry about that, you know?
Yep. And I'm gonna say one thing before I go, Coach, because like I said, I know you got a lot of callers calling in. Man, Chocolatito, man, he disappointed me the other night, man. He didn't come out. He didn't come out like I thought he was gonna come out in that fight, man. He tried to turn it on too late in the fight, and it was too late, man. Estrada was already up on the cards, man, and I just hated it. I just hated that for him, man, because I thought he was gonna come out a lot harder, a lot faster, a lot more pressure, you know, than what he did in the second half of the fight. But it was still a good fight, though. Still a good fight.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, Jamario, thank you for calling. I feel the same way, man. He let me down too, man. But I got to be honest. I had Chocolatito losing that fight. But thank you, brother, for calling in, man. Arkansas, stand up.
All right, Coach. Good show, Coach. Keep it going, Coach.
Yes, sir. See, yeah, Candace Slim, he said, yep, they're going to move the goal. I mean, that's just what it is. I mean, with fans of fighters, you know, if you don't like a fighter, you know, you're going to always move the goalpost. You may say, well, hey, well, you got to beat this cup of water. And then when you beat the cup of water, oh, man, the cup of water really wasn't all that anyways. But you told me to beat the cup of water and you'll give me credit. Yeah, okay. Well, you got to listen. You got to beat this phone stabilizer. This is what I shoot when I shoot my videos, guys, with my phone. I have it on here. And I shoot it like that. When you see me moving, this is what I have right here. Oh man, well, you know, the stabilizer, man, you know, that wasn't nothing. Okay, well, I tell you what, if you beat this chapstick right here, we'll give you some props. Then you beat the chapstick. Oh man, that chapstick went all that. That chapstick went all that. Okay, it did. So it's all, you know, you got to beat this pen. If you can beat this pen, then we gonna give you your props. And then you beat the pen. So it's like, you know, again, if somebody don't like it, they don't like it, dog. I try not to get caught up in the emotions and feelings of boxing fans. I get it. You know, you love a fighter for the reasons that you love them for. You hate a fighter for the reasons that you hate them for. There's nothing I'm going to say that's going to change your mind. And I'm not going to try to change your mind. You get what I'm saying? So for whatever the reasons you like someone or don't like someone, those are your reasons. There's nothing wrong with you feeling the way you feel. You see what I'm saying? Just don't try to put your feelings on me. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to try to put my feelings on you. Shout out to Marty King Boxing. He said, I keep losing reception, coach. The interview seemed good for what I care, for what you caught. Yeah. I mean, there was nothing wrong. There was nothing wrong on my side. I mean, from what I see, there was nothing wrong on my side. Let me see. I don't think. Is it something wrong with it? Let me see. Yeah, there was nothing wrong on my side from what I see. So everything looked Gucci on my end. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Martin from Oakland.
Martin from Oakland, talk to me.
Hey, what's up, Coach? I just want to congratulate you on a great interview. I'm sure you had some cool questions, but no complaints from me, sir. You did your thing.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I had quite a few, man, but you know, it wouldn't have been fair for me to ignore the people in the chat who spent their hard-earned money, you know, to send questions and me ignore them. I wasn't going to do that, so I just had to compromise.
Yeah, I respect that wholeheartedly. That was a banger, Coach. You did your thing. I just wanted to give you your props, sir. Keep doing it.
Yes, I appreciate that, man. That's all you want to say, man? All right, shout out to Mark from Oaktown. From the town, sir. Man. Oaktown in the building. Oaktown, man. The town, man. The town. Hey, it ain't no but hustlers and players come out of Oakland. Shout out to my main man, Knockdown 305. He said, you gotta. hey, it is what it is, man. Hey, I ride with the AK.
Shut that soft ass shit up.
And the best man
Shut that's some soft ass shit. Shut that soft ass shit up. All that soft talking. I know you can do it, man. You got the, man, shut that soft ass shit up.
You know, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I think that Antonio Taylor said, he said Bill gonna get his son ass beat. And it's sad, man. I mean, in boxing, man, you win fights, you lose fights. I mean, that's what happened in boxing. You know what I mean? So, I mean, shit. I think everybody in boxing, unless you're an undefeated fighter, everybody get their ass beat. So, hey, you know what? That's what they signed up for. They signed up to win, and they signed up to lose as well. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. So I don't know what you mean by that. It's boxing, fam. In boxing, you know, that's the stuff like that happens, and that's if it happened. We don't know. Shout out to Jaime Rivera. He said, "Coach, that was a great interview and show, bro." Yeah, I appreciate that, fam. I really appreciate that. Now, hopefully, now that Demetrius Andrade is over there with Showtime. I don't think he's with the PBC, but I think he's over there with Showtime. Hopefully, now that he's over there with Showtime, hopefully we can get him get these fights with Andrade, the Benavidez, Caleb Plant, and even a Jamal Charlo, but Jamal Charlo is going to have to move up to 68, which he doesn't show any signs of moving up to 68 anytime soon. You know what I mean? And you guys know I don't think Jamal Charlo is going to fight him. He might, Jamal Charlo should. He's with Showtime. There shouldn't be any reason why they shouldn't fight. Certain fighters I want to see step up and fight some better competition, and he's one of them. Jaime Munguia is another one. Boots Ennis is another one. So we're gonna see how things play out, man. We're gonna see how things play out.
We Twins, we known for calling everybody out.
Please call these people out. Listen, the whole world's looking at you. Call these people out.
What's up? It's the Jamal the Hitman Charlo. Let's get it. Who won it?
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
Mexican monster.
Nello. Yeah, man, it is what it is, man. And what you say, Schoolo X-Man said that Nick Rich, what he said? You say some of the short bus riders remain amongst us. Nick, she don't play, man. That's my sister there, man. Hey, I rock with Nick now. That's my sister. She do not play. She do not play, boy.
True.
Boy, she do not play, boy, at all. Hey, shout out to Southpaw Killer. Hey, okay. Dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Hold on, we got another call called in there. Hey, what did say for me? Said Andrade said name the names, coach. Yeah, I mean, it is what I agree with what he said today in the press conference, though. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's good, coach? It's Ken Demetrios from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Would you say Keena from Keena from North Carolina? Talk to me.
Keena.
Yeah, Keena, I got you.
What's good? I just want to tell you that was a good interview by Bill Haney. He really behaved himself, so it was a really good interview. Got a lot of good information. But I just want to get your opinion on one thing in particular regarding, the whole Shakur Stevenson thing. Personally, I got Devin beating him really. But what do you think about him trying to get an undisputed shot coming straight from 130 after getting stripped at after getting stripped at 130 and all that? You think he should be able to get that fight?
You talking about Shakur?
Yeah, you think he should be able to come straight from 130 after getting stripped and get an undisputed title shot in front of everybody?
Well, he's not going to. Well, he won't get the Devin Haney fight right now, so that's not going to happen. So to answer your question, no, because that's not going to happen because before Shakur Stevenson even moved up to 135, Bob Arum already had things in the play for Devin Haney to fight Vasily Lomachenko. The plan has always been for Vasily Lomachenko to be the undisputed lightweight champion of the world for Bob Arum. That's his favorite fighter. So that's always been the plan, and he's not going to let Shakur mess that up. So that the plan was already set. So to answer your question, no, I don't think he should.
Sure. You think he should get it after that?
I mean, if he can, I think he should get a shot at the title. But if Devin Haney is already in the process of fighting Vasily Lomachenko, why should Shakur Stevenson step in there and mess all it and say, okay, well, look, we're just going to move Vasily aside and now make a Devin Haney and Shakur fight when for years everybody been talking about Devin Haney and Lomachenko, and now they're in the process of fighting each other. So, that's just my opinion on it. So,
true. That's all I have for you, though.
All right, shout out to Keenan, man. Salute to my brother, man, Noah Kakalak in the building. My brother, man. Yep. Midwest Boxing said, what's wrong with a unified champ moving up to get a shot at the title? There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. And I think people misinterpreting what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with someone moving up and to get a shot at the title. Nothing wrong with that at all. But what you're missing is that Devin Haney was already in negotiations to fight Vasily Lomachenko. That's always been the plan from Bob Arum from day one. So that's what you're missing. You're missing the context. You get what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it at all. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Ron from Vermont. How you doing, Coach?
Ron from Vermont. Talk to me, fam.
Man, I was mad I missed that interview, man. I caught the beginning of it. That's what I was trying to say. But
I know you probably had a lot of great questions for him, and I'm gonna hit the playback. That's what I was talking about, like, because I missed a lot of it. But I can imagine how Bill must have been talking to you. I'm pretty sure it was a great interview. So I'm gonna just hit the playback, and I just want to call in and say shout out to you, man.
Yeah, man. Salute, man. Shout out to my main man, Ron from Vermont, man. Cool, man. Salute to my brother, man. Stand up. UGC Flames and boys over there, UGC Flames and everything, man. Martin King Boxing. Shout out to my brother, man. Retro Boxing, the documentaries, Scotty, World Comeback Sports. Shout out to shit, man. Everybody, man. Shout out to doggone my sister Food Revolution, my sister Nick Rich. Shout out to doggone Lil Green Eyes P, Dr. Paul Evans, you know, Rockman, just everybody who showed up, man. I really appreciate it, man. I really do appreciate it. What you say it's not very different if one person has all of the belts. I mean, it is what it is, man. Again, people are gonna feel the way they want to feel about a fighter. That's fine. Have no problem with that. Shout out to Haleen. I have no problem with that at all. You get what I'm saying? My thing is this. We know that with this Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, Lomachenko, Tank Davis, right? I'm going to tell you guys how I look at this. I'm going to tell you how I look at this. I don't see... this is how I look at this. Now that Tank is free from the Mayweather Witness Protection Program, you know, I've been saying this for a long time. I said that I want to see how does Tank Davis maneuver from this point forward. So far, I like what I'm seeing from Tank. So far, I like what I'm seeing from Tank. He's fighting Hector Garcia January the 7th, right? Now, some people say, oh, man, you know, he ain't fighting nobody. He fighting Hector Garcia. I'll tell you something, Hector Garcia can fight. He can fight. Yeah, he's a 130-pounder moving up, but I'm telling you something, this kid can fight now. You'll find out January the 7th how good this kid is. Doesn't mean that Tank's not going to win, but I'm going to tell you something. Doesn't mean that he will win neither. You're going to see January the 7th. But assuming that Tank gets by Hector Garcia, even though there are no contracts that have been signed as of yet, Tank will be fighting Ryan Garcia in April. You get what I'm saying? And if that happens, that tells me everything I need to know. I like the way Tank is moving thus far. Not gonna sit here and lie to you. I can't hate on that. He fighting Ryan Garcia. Now Ryan Garcia never had a belt, but Ryan Garcia is spoken of as being one of the best fighters in boxing. I like seeing that. So you ain't gonna get no complaints with me on that. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Major Key Boxing, Central Florida. What's going on, brother?
Major Key, what's going on, my brother? Talk to me, fam.
Oh, chilling. Just to respond to the last callers, also, you know, Devin Haney also said, you know, he told Teofimo, man, keep talking that shit. I might just pop up and beat your ass up at 140. So we already knew that 140 was where Devin Haney, but I think that they're trying to do what we want them to do, which is fight Lomachenko, which is the only thing pretty much. There should be no question marks because he is undisputed. But if there is one stamp that you could put on it just for approval, that's the fight, Lomachenko. Then that would clear everything up, period. You know what I mean? Like that's just for the boxing heads, that's it. It doesn't mean that he needs to. It's just for the boxing heads. We would all love that. You know what I mean? We would all love if Devin Haney could actually go in there, beat Lomachenko, and then, you know, drop the belt, and then Shakur Stevenson could do what he wants. He could go at whatever he wants to go at the 135 division and go at whatever belt and make his name known. But yeah, man, shout out to Bill Haney, man, because you know, I thought he was going to do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. You know, I've talked to Bill Haney plenty of times. You know what I'm saying? But no, he kept it a buck today. He kept it a buck today. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate what he did. You know what I'm saying? Because whenever he's on point like the way he was today, he makes a good account of himself and Devin. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he did today. So I appreciate him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I think it has a lot to do. I don't know. Maybe the energy of the platform that he may go to. You get what I'm saying? So I mean, that's what I'm
right. Yeah. Because you could ask him a question, but it's how you ask the question, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can say.
Some people always some people try to demean his son, and of course, he as a father, he's gonna pick up on that energy and be like, yo, yeah, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So I think everything was kosher. Everything the way you guys handled each other, You know what I mean? With the interview, for me, it felt like a good vibe. You know, that this is the way that I love to hear boxing interviews. You know, on my channel, this is the way we do it. Try to have like fun with it. You know what I mean? And that was a great interview. I'm not gonna lie, man. So I'm just giving you accolades. You know what I'm saying? And this and that. But yeah, man. Just to the last caller, you know, he's probably gonna move to 140, and you can't say that he's ducking nobody if he moves to 140 because he's already done what he needs to do. You know what I mean? Period.
Yeah, man. I appreciate that, man. And shout out to my brother, man. That's my brother, man. Major Key, man. Salute to my brother, man. Major Key boxer, man, from the O. Salute. Yeah, man. Keena said that he said Bill a real politician. He definitely adjusts his temperature for the audience. There's something that Bill said, and I totally agree with. He said something of the sort that certain YouTube channels have certain energies, and they have to continue to do things for their audience. I've told you guys this on numerous occasions over here. I said, listen, man, if you're an aerosexual YouTube channel and you have a subscriber base that they want to hear content from that content creator, they want to hear F. Terrence Crawford content all the time. F. Crawford, I don't like Crawford. He's a duck. He's a bitch. He's this. He's that. He's a hoe. I don't like his wife. This and that. Yada yada yada. Blah. That's why I say that channel has been built upon catering to his audience. If he's an aerosexual YouTube channel, you're gonna get 20 F. Crawford videos a day, and 20 We Love Spence videos a day. That's what you're going to get. I told you guys this. I said that these content creators, they have to pander to their audience, you know, because their analytics, I told you guys this, I'm a content creator, I know what I'm talking about. When you look at the analytics and you see how certain videos perform, you see how certain thumbnails perform, and you look at the actual, the retention of each video and subject matter and topic and thumbnail and what you're saying, and you look at how much money you made per video, that tells you what you should do. YouTube, TubeBuddy, vidIQ, these different paid platforms that I use vidIQ and TubeBuddy, you know, they'll tell you, hey, look, man, whatever you did to get these views right here, continue to do that. I tell you guys this all the time. I give you the game. I tell you what, I'm the only one that's telling you this. You know, like I can do the exact same thing. I know what my audience want to hear. Like, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. We did a fight party for Chocolatito and Estrada. Guess what? That's been one of my lowest rated shows from a party standpoint. True. Wasn't nobody interested in seeing Chocolatito and Estrada fight? You want to know how I know? My analytics tell me that. But when I talk about Terrence Crawford, Crawford is my highest, I get my highest views with Crawford. I think one of my highest views for Crawford so far has been almost 50,000. When I talk about Tank Davis, views gonna be pretty good. Not higher than Crawford, but it's gonna be pretty good. Who else? Shit, Crawford's Tank. It can be Devin Haney depending on if he's tied to Tank. You get what I'm saying? Ryan Garcia, it can be Ryan if he's tied to Tank. You get what I'm saying? So Tank Davis is a hot name out here. Crawford is a fire name out here. Bill Haney is a hot name out here too. Believe it or not, he's not even a fighter. I know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm telling what I know. You know what I mean? But that's neither here nor there. Let's give everybody a round of applause. Listen, I talked about Chocolatito. Ain't nobody want to hear that. Nobody want to hear that. You know what I mean? Who else? Oh, I talk about Canelo. Boy, if I talk about Canelo, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. So I know what my audience wants to hear. My audience wants to hear 5 fighters. Thank God I talk about more than 5, but a lot of you guys, you just want to hear the same 5 fighters. It's the truth. It's the truth. It is what it is, man. So other than that, that's it. It's up on Coach Malachi Williams, man. We rocked out for a little bit, man. You guys, man, share this video. Let everybody know what time it is, man. We the hottest daytime boxing podcast. You know, shout out to everyone who participated. Shout out to everyone who gave a super chat and showed their support. I really appreciate it. Shout out to the haters and the detractors. Without you, there'll be no us. And just shout out to everybody, man, who took the time out of their busy day. If you're going through something in life, man, keep your head up, keep fighting, make it do what it do. It is what it is, man. And we're gonna put some respect on it.
Nigga, when my name come up, respect it. Let's go. Stop playing with my fucking name. All three of y'all, stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more. Put some respect on my name.
Respect it.
Well, you know, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and sing Al Heyman. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me?
But a name. Do you have a name?
Oh, nah, I ain't got no name, you know.
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
And look here, man, for our haters and detractors who don't like us, I got one thing to say to you.
Look, fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck the socks with the bell on it. Fuck them cheap-ass cigars. Fuck your yuck-mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out of my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
Shout out to Riley. Shout out to Bernard Riley, man, for the Boondocks. Well, Regina King did such a wonderful job doing the voiceover for the Boondocks. Riley, and she was the what's the other brother name? That was the militant brother. She did both voices, man. Salute to her, man. Other than that, that's it. It's that boy Coach Malachi Williams signing out. New Media Today USA Boxing. It is what it is, man.
I will break my leg off, up in your ass so far that you be shitting sneaker for a month.
Really though.
I'm a karate man, all right? Karate man bruise on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Shout out to Sid. Hey, okay. Dropping out quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, can you ask the Urban Knights if EJ has all of the fans? If EJ has all of the fans, why is TC 120 to 100 to win? Yeah, I don't know, man. I really don't know, man. That's a good question. That's a good question, though, fam. Shout out to Sid, man. Thank you for the super chat. It is what it is, man. Once again, this song is our boy Coach Malachi Williams signing out. New Media Today USA Boxing. And you ought to know what time in TI is, man. We're gonna make it do what it do. We had Bill Haney on, so it's only right that we go out Devin Haney style. This is it for the town. If you're from the town, this for you, town. And as a matter of fact, we got to give a shout out to all of the callers who called in. Shout out to the brother who called from San Diego. Hey, okay. Shout out to O from Cali. Hey, shout out to Phil on the Tube from Duval. Hey, shout out to Charles from Augusta, Georgia. Hey, shout out to Paul from Oregon. Hey, shout out to Adrian from Dallas, Texas, D-Block. Hey, shout out to Vernon from Chi-Town, the Chi. Hey, shout out to Jamario from Arkansas. Hey, shout out to Martin from the Oaktown. Hey, shout out to Keena from North Cackalack. Hey, shout out to Ron from Vermont. Hey, and shout out to my brother Magic Keep Boxing from the Orlando. Yes, sir. Once again, it's on. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You know my motto, don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.